Oh, that looks nice, man.
Noises. Alright, there are already people here, so hell. God damn it, Einbrecht. You fucked me up. You fucked it up, man!
Welcome.
That's what I don't pay you for. Alright, so there are already people here, so hello everybody and welcome back to the Gospel of Comics channel. Welcome to the first rendition of the Chronicles of Darkness stream. We'll be doing this from time to time. Right now we don't have a regular schedule set, but people enjoy this and we take a liking to it. We may do it more often. But without further ado, I will turn it over to Runeknight, who's running this game, and explain what we're doing and why we're doing it.
So, yes, welcome to the Chronicles of Darkness. This is a role-playing game devised by a company called Onyx Path, who licensed out from a parent called White Wolf, who are owned by Paradox. And if you know Paradox, you know what to expect. But the world of Darkness is a world much like our own. People go through their daily lives, they have their trials and tribulations, their beliefs, their opinions, and yet it's a little shittier than our world. The violence is a little more widespread, the protests are a little less peaceful, the politics a little more sharp, the international community a little less friendly or empathetic.
Are the politics a little more sharp? I mean, really, you are in 2020 with the rest of us.
Oh no, they are actually successfully sharper than this.
How long has Trump been God Emperor in this world?
As long as the dark powers behind him allow him to be, and that's really the secret.
All right.
Is the reason the world of darkness is the way it is, the reason the Chronicles of Darkness are the way they are, is because evil exists manifestly. Magic is real. The monsters of folklore are not folklore. They are, in fact, among you. And they also have their missions, their aspirations, their goals. Some of them just want to exist and hopefully be left alone. Some of them have far more sweeping and perhaps not for the best intentions for the world. And you, the average normal person, are much lower on the food chain than you could possibly know. The notion is that once you know about the world of darkness, once you know about the Chronicles that you never wanted to know existed, and that you pretended you didn't see, you can't unsee them. And if you try to understand what you're looking at, the shadows just lead to deeper shadows. The mysteries just lead to deeper mysteries. There are answers, maybe,
I
but
got deep shadow for you.
oh yeah, it very much depends on what you feel is your level of involvement. Which brings us to our players. We have Church, of course. We have Ayrton McCartney, of course, and we have Einbrecht, who are going to be characters in this chronicle called The New Flesh. And with that, I'm going to introduce everyone to our setting. But as we go forward, there'll be occasions where I will call for tests, where there'll be challenges, and dice will get rolled. And I will take a minute to try and explain how the system works so that you at home can kind of follow along and hopefully enjoy. And if you like this, go buy it, asshole. So with that, welcome to Cameron. Old Cameron was a silver rush town founded in the 19th century, and when the mine petered out, it became a sleepy bedroom community. Then the city was bought by the Commonwealth Financial Group, and rebuilt by Tartarus Construction, the premier provider of raw horsepower for Essos International, the massive conglomerate that administrates your least favorite private prisons. The largest employer is the immense Bauhauer Obelix and Xanthus Corporation, Boxco, and almost everyone who lives here, who does not commute, works in its brutalist gray concrete office park. Among the few exceptions is the Wellington School for Gifted Children. When the public school system in Cameron was deemed to have failed during a grade rigging scandal, many of the schools were bought out by private companies. This included Wellington, a special school that handles children who are both troubled and brilliant. The sorts of kids who, if sent to an average school, get so bored they cause trouble. In the privatization, EduTech Corp fired the entire staff, disposed of the old computer systems, and hired a whole new faculty and administration. They called it restructuring. The fired teachers called it union breaking. It got weird for a while. The papers reported that some of the old staff would not give up their jobs. They locked themselves in the buildings and started chanting crazed profanity and had to be removed by force. The papers never said what they were chanting, or told their side of the story. No word on trial or resolution. They just vanished. The staff has been told to ignore the gossip, and to assume the kids will make up stories. They are troubled, after all, and will do anything for attention, positive or negative. Strange behavior, including gossip, should be reported to the administrator of the public trust, a replacement for the plump, good-natured principal. School policy with regards to the students is noticeably clear. Assure them nothing is wrong. Everything is fine. Nothing has changed. They are safe. Or were. This morning, what appears to be the remains of Amelia Duover were found from an apparent suicide on the steps of the school clock tower. The police are looking into it, but when dealing with troubled youth and the likelihood of suicide, there's not enough time or inclination to dedicate the necessary extensive resources to the investigation. Instead, it falls to a group of students and educators to explore what happened and attempt to protect themselves and their school before EduTech intervenes with a cover-up that will probably close the case forever. And with that, we'll roll some bones and figure out who our first victim is.
What are we rolling?
I'm going to roll a 1d3, and I'm going to associate each of you with a number. So Einbrecht, you are 1, Church, you are 2, and McCartney, you are 3.
Alright.
That is not the roll.
Interesting.
It's interesting.
Let me try that.
Or I could try a d6 and make it a.
Oh, wait.
Tech problems! Woo!
No, yeah, apparently there's no D3.
There is no D3. How weird.
That's a conspiracy from the Clockwork Elves.
It
All right,
is.
so I
It is
guess
totally.
I'll be 3-4. Carney will be 5'6", and Einbrecht will be 1'2".
Yep, exactly. There we go.
That's
3.
me.
Okay. So, Church, your character, you are security at Wellington School.
Underpaid security, mind you.
Underpaid. Yeah, that is definitionally underpaid. You just started here. You may have moved or you may have been a local. That's up to you. But, Mr. Church has the unfortunate distinction, after your accident, of having the job of keeping these little bastards in check. Your specific job is to break up fights, to, escort people to the office when needed, and to look grim when somebody needs to have a very special conversation with a professor about why we don't do certain things. Observe and report. That is your byline from the company. It is early morning. Where are you?
Getting ready to go to work, apparently, because I'm an underpaid security guard and I need to make that bread.
So you get up, you do the shit shower shave, you're getting your standard security blouse on, and you get the 511 call on your cell phone. That is the call me if there is an emergency because something hit the fan call.
So I don't put pants on and go immediately to work.
Is that your final answer? Because you can do that. I'm not going to stop you.
No. I hurriedly finish getting ready and I rush into in my underpaid security vehicle, probably a Segway, and I arrive at the school.
Done. It's a segue. I mean, you do get the advantageous statement. You have the nightstick. You don't just have the standard stun gun, which, quite frankly, most people hurt themselves with. Oh crap! Excuse me for a moment, guys. Real life just hit me in the face with a brick.
All right, I'm gonna
talk amongst yourselves.
Take my pants back.
Introduce your characters. Yeah, there you go. Introduce your characters to our theoretical audience.
They pretty much got a rundown of what my character is. I am a paid cybernetically enhanced security guard. I have vices, including being excruciatingly gluttonous and an addict. My virtue is honesty, which doesn't match at all. I'm not sure. That's the thing. I have to change that. But outside of that, you guys pretty much already know where I'm at and what I'm doing, so we'll let the other two go.
He also probably works for the Bilderbergers.
Well,
do I actually have to do that Alex Jones voice this whole time?
I mean, you don't have to, but
okay.
You commit to it, you do.
Because that's going to tear my throat up if I do that this whole time.
Somebody.
So what am I reading off? Sorry.
You don't have to read anything off. You just explain your character.
Oh, well, I'm a music teacher with the virtue of humble, which I'm not sure if that fits.
I'm thinking we might have to rework the virtue system a little bit.
We might, but concept being charming fiend, that kind of makes sense. And apparently I'm a psychic vampire.
So you're a Democrat.
At the very least, he's of the Nancy Pelosi breed.
Aye, how dare you?
All right, Einbrecht. So we all work at the school. I'm assuming that's the setting that we're working in. We all work at the school. Einbrecht, what is your character? You're the one that I know the absolute least about.
My character's basically a beat cop that's trying to get his detective badge. So he works at this school to get his to get more experience, basically.
How do you get more experience as a detective working at a school? I mean, that much crime happening here?
One would assume so, yes.
I mean,
I
I
mean,
know I'm
don't-
confiscating all the drugs I find, so what are you actually doing?
I mean, don't come into my classroom when there's not children in there.
His virtue is loyal, and his vice is that he's hasty.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's a cop for you.
Oh, my vice is hasty too. I don't know what any of this actually means. By the way,
And the guy that can explain it's gone, so... So, I've
I mean,
recently...
I haven't played World of Darkness since like second or third.
Excuse me,
edition, so
Chronicles
it's
of
been like 10
Darkness,
years.
it's not WAD, it's COD. Remember, we're playing Call of Duty, the role-playing game.
Yes, that's right.
So, since this world is just
and we're gonna take on the globalists. We will eat their ass. This is the animated contest of liberty.
So, seeing as this world is
Oh,
just
God.
infinitesimally shittier than our own, I guess that I could have also read the Three Jokers in this world, and God, I'm disappointed.
My beloved smother will always find a way to make things interesting.
Okay,
Fair enough.
all right.
Little old lady with no legs. Gotta get up and help that. If she could just learn to crawl on the floor.
You're an awful human being. So we realized something while you were gone. We have no idea
Okay.
what the virtue and vices actually mean to our character. Brief rundown on that.
Excellent. Okay. So, as I've described before, your virtue is the thing that is best about you. And your vice is the thing that it undermines you. It is the thing that you regularly struggle with, the thing that's worst about you. You might enjoy it. You might be perfectly fine with being a gluttonous piece of shit. But it's still the
I
thing that
am,
makes
yes.
you when you act out your virtue, when you live up to the ideals of what you could be, you regain full willpower, which you use as a currency to enhance your dice rolls.
Right, Green Lantern ring. Understand it.
Right. When you live out your vice, which could be dangerous to you, you still regain willpower, but you only get one. Because vice is sweet.
Let me,
Evil feels good to do.
let me quickly regain a willpower.
Exactly. If you guys weren't already drinking, I'd be like, hey, let's make a drinking game of the number of times my mom calls for me to game. But I can't have I can't have your alcohol poisoning on my conscience.
Oh, it's not on your conscience. I promise you. We were damned with
That's
this
okay.
well before.
Oh yeah.
Literally, the only reason I have a co-host is because he was a drunk while I was a drunk.
Yeah, that's literally
You
how
can
it
actually
happened.
close the show if you should happen to pass out face first in the.
No, I'm not on an RV somewhere.
Oh, okay. Oh, good.
So, all right. So our
yeah.
virtue and our vices really have to do with the willpower system, and the willpower system, I'm assuming, is basically the amount of, basically the amount of oomph we have to do any given thing.
Yes. If you spend willpower, you're basically spending your will to resist or your will to succeed.
Okay.
And you're becoming more and more emotionally and psychologically exhausted.
All right.
It doesn't actually reduce your basic willpower. So, like, if I have you roll something to resist willpower, you use your full willpower. That's why there are willpower dots and then there are willpower boxes on the sheet.
Okay.
When you spend willpower, what you're spending is you're filling in those boxes and saying, I've expended this much of my will. But you still have, like, a fundamental human will. It didn't go away.
Well,
You just don't have access to it.
We're 20 minutes into this, so let's get this shindig started, and
Yeah.
we'll
let's
ask the
go, let's
questions
do it.
as we go.
Well,
So I'm on my way to the
We're doing
school.
it
I've just
live.
gotten my 511 call.
Yes.
Do we
Yes.
figure out where everyone else is before we all meet up at the tavern? Or...
Well,
$5 if it was an inside job.
Yeah, you don't get a tavern. What you get is
That's D&D reference.
very quickly.
Meet up at the tavern.
Oh yeah, no,
with
I
the
know.
rest of your...
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh no, I'm sure that there is a drinking space that is the teacher's lounge where all the faculty meet, but that's not where you're headed. You will discover that one of your coworkers, basically discount or distaff Paul Blart Mall Cop, put in the call, has already put up the flypaper, and is desperately trying to keep a growing number of students away from a scene at the foot of the clock tower. And he has apparently thrown, you think it's a tarp, it could just be a flag from a nearby fitting, over somebody.
Okay. All right. So when I encounter this scene, I mean, obviously, the first question I want to know, what the hell's happened?
He says he found what he thinks is a student, and needs your help he needs the extra muscle to keep control of the scene while they wait for investigations.
All right. So, what are my options?
I mean, your options are sort of sky's the limit for a person in your position. You could do as he asks and maintain the security, or you could try to do some low-key gumshoeing of your own.
Well,
or you could take control of this scene.
Well, as the cyborg security guard, that's obviously what I'm going to do. Is what the hell's going on. So I guess there's a tarp covering the concrete, and what I'm assuming is a body underneath.
Yes.
All right. So the first thing I'm going to do is look under the tarp.
Sweet. Now we're gonna have our first die roll.
We're gonna attempt to peek under the tarp.
What I'd like you to do is roll a number of D10, 10-sided dice, equal to the sum of your wits dots plus your composure dots.
Second is.
Use your fingers if you have to.
I just have to pull. Alright, so my wits and my what? Hint? My intelligence and my wits.
This is your wits and your composure.
Oh, wits and composure. Okay. So that'd be 5d10?
Yep. This is a pool that is colloquially referred to as your perception. It's your ability to recognize things sort of on the fly.
2 9s, 2 4s, and a 3.
Okay. So you have anything that is 8 and above is a success. You have 2 successes. You look under the tarp, and what you see is a amalgam of clothing, twisted, you think jewelry, and then as you stare at it, you begin to see things more clearly. Very specific things. An eye, a bit of a nose ring, a section of a tattoo. And you realize you know this body. You know this you loosely would refer to it as a corpse. And now I need you to make an entire... I'm sorry, what?
Oh no, that's usually what they are when they die. Usually.
The thing is, usually a corpse is a clearly identifiable person. This is more like stacks of flesh.
This is spaghetti. I understand. Okay.
Yeah, this is salsa. And with that in mind, I need you to make a willpower roll. So you need to roll your resolve plus composure, which is the sum of your willpower.
Resolve plus composure.
Now,
that would be 5 again.
Now, because you are... Well, yeah, but because you are morality 7, you get an extra die.
6.
Okay. And because you are let's see, you're not witnessing it, you're observing it. We'll say that that's canceled out, though, because you are seeing something abjectly unnatural at a -1, because you're seeing it after the fact. So, yeah, you just get the 5 dice. If
5
you were
D10s
seeing it
again?
live, it might be very... Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, now you got a 10, so you roll that 10 again.
Alright.
It explodes.
That's a 2.
Okay, so you got 2 successes. You got 2 successes.
Yep.
Sometimes you will have a thing called 9 or 8 again. Those mean that if you roll a 9 or an 8, those explode like 10s. But
Okay.
10s always explode.
Alright.
So you have observed this, and you're able to rationalize it. You're able to hold on to your core self. You don't break at the sight of something that is just more awful than you can possibly imagine. This isn't a murder.
Well,
You've seen that.
I will bring,
This isn't
I will bring in
beating.
the fact that... Oh, you said this isn't a murder?
No, I said this isn't a murder like in the conventional sense. This isn't a body that's been shot.
Okay.
This isn't somebody that's been strangled. This is bizarre.
Now, well, let me bring
This
this up. 2 things. First thing, under my mental
Okay.
skills, I've got point in investigation and a shaded box in
You do.
investigation. And
You do.
one of my breaking points is needlessly killing a child. So,
Right.
how do those factor in at this point?
Well, you just rolled for a breaking point, and you succeeded. So you have to choose one of the following conditions that you acquire. Guilty, shaken, or spooked. They each do slightly different things, but the basic idea is that whether you feel guilty,
I would go
here's
with shaken on that one, because I just can't understand why someone would do it.
right. The next step is that if you want to do some investigation, you would roll a dice pool of a mental stat, int or wits, plus your investigation, plus and because because you have that box there,
Yes.
right? You get an extra die.
So I would get 4.
Uh,
So I would get 1
yeah.
for the dot in investigation, 2 for either
Yep.
int or wit, and then an X. So I would
Yep.
get 4 D10. So yeah, I'll go
Right.
with it.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. If that's not quite enough, if you feel that you could do better, right? You can
always
spend
do
a
better.
willpower. Yeah, you can spend a willpower for +3 dice. So then you'd be rolling 7 bones.
Let me before I do that. Now that I've come upon this scene and done all of these things thus far, I've looked under
Yeah.
the thing. I've recognized the body. I've gotten a little shaken up. What are the reactions of the guard that called me? Fucked off or?
He's still around, but when you look under the tarp, you see him kind of blanch, like he saw it, he
Okay.
covered it, he doesn't want to think about what's there. He doesn't want to talk about it.
Now, in spending this willpower, does it takes my dots down, or do I mark a box?
You mark a box.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and go for the 7.
Okay. So, real quick before you roll that, I want to tell you what shaken means.
Okay.
Something has frightened your character extensively.
Right.
Anytime your character is taking an action where that fear might hinder you, you can opt to fail the roll before you make it, and shed the condition. The condition can be imposed by a successful degeneration roll, which is what you just did.
Right.
So, anytime you interact with something relative to this case or this corpse or, who did this, right? That shakenness can come up. You can say, I'd like to fail this and get rid of being shaken, overcome it.
Right.
But that fear is going to stick with you until you do that.
And that fear imposes a penalty?
No, the literal nature of it is you have it.
Okay. All right.
Other
Yeah,
things might interact with it later, but you have it.
Even though I'm shaken, I've already proven that I've maintained my resolve, and I apparently have a stomach than the guy that called me. So I'm going to go ahead and go with.
Okay.
Right, here we go. I'm performing an investigation.
You are, in fact, performing an investigation.
Ooh,
Um,
those are terrible rolls.
Well, the good news is that you didn't lose dice, so you're not at a chance die. You can't critically fail at this time. You got one success, though. One success is still a success. One success is better than nothing.
Right.
So you're crouching there next to these remains, and you don't pick through them so much because you understand you got to leave stuff for investigation.
Right.
Right. But you're aware that this pile of salsa still has all of its jewelry, or at least all the jewelry you can see.
Wasn't a robbery.
Right. But doesn't have a wallet.
Oh.
Or any kind of personally identifying thing that isn't like permanently on a body. You recognize it by the tattoo.
Okay.
So. And this is the corpse of, as stated, Amelia Dewever.
Amelia Ewever?
Dewever. Dewever.
Oh, it's like Josh
like
from
Dewar's
Kiwi
whiskey,
Farms.
but with a W.
No, it's like Josh from Kiwi Farms saying over. Erver.
Yeah.
All right, so upon this investigation, now that I've gleaned as much as I can from staring at the pile of, I think the best thing that I can do is, pull out my cellular communication device that I'm assuming is standard practice.
Are we in the 70s?
No.
My Zach Morris phone then. And and
I mean, I think originally I was going to put it in the 70s, but just didn't write it in. So no, we're modern now. We modern.
I'm gonna give my my cop buddy a call and get Einbrecht on the case as well.
Right.
He's actually a police officer who is interning at the school.
And that is where we will transition, because Einbrecht, you have a very interesting situation as you're getting ready to face your day.
Why?
I'm just over here doing coke off of my desk.
Well, here you are. You're getting ready to see your day, and you get the 511 call on one cell phone, and then on your other cell phone, you get a call from Mr. Church. Almost at the same time, like there's a problem.
Alright, I ignore the 511 call and take the call from Church, because I'd rather deal with someone that's probably already on the scene. That's the security.
So basically, what we've got here is one of music teacher's students together, and basically they're ketchup on the asphalt. Recognized him from a tattoo. How a student of this school got a tattoo. Sure, the parents are probably shitty. Doesn't look like a standard robbery, although it does appear to be a situation where nobody wants. I've got scraps of jewelry over here. I identified the body because of a tattoo. Not off of this. And I don't understand what I'm looking at. So I'm gonna need you to come down and take a look and see if you can find anything. I'm gonna poke around, see if I see anything like some and I'm gonna look around my surroundings, see if I can get a better understanding.
Right, I'll be there in a moment and cordon off the area and try. Oh God, don't let George near the corpse he puked on the last problem we had.
Yeah, gonna do my best. I've already got the off done before I got here. Basically, I'm gonna need another set of eyes on this, and I'll see what I can figure out. But I don't know. I have no idea what. Just so while he is en route, I will take my surroundings into account. Are there any buildings that this fallen from?
You are at the foot of the clock tower, which while the primary building itself is like the library and some computer-aided learning centers and that sort of thing, that the tower itself is actually barred to the students. It's
Right.
locked up nice and tight because it's a risk.
Are we at a high school or a college?
It's a school for gifted people. It's
like a boarding school or some shit.
It is specifically like a high school level prep school.
Okay.
Wealthier families, upper middle class and lower upper, send their troubled youth who could be an embarrassment here.
Rich parents that don't want to take care of their kids.
Right, but it's still fancy enough that rich kids go here.
Well, I said rich parents that don't want to take care of their kids.
I understood what was going on.
Yeah.
So I see the clock tower. Are there any waste bins about? I can just kind of take a peek in and see if I see a wall. Kind of out of place.
There absolutely is, and when you check it, you discover, in fact, a you won't say fresh because it's clearly cold and it is acquired scent. But you do discover a pool of congealing vomit, which you can only assume, sight unseen, without some kind of chemical testing from Quantico, to be George.
The initial security guard.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a nix, and I don't get paid enough for that. But preliminary. I'm gonna go with. I'm assuming Einbrecht has made it to the preliminary assessment is either have a jumper or a push.
You have a Segway. He has an actual car, so yeah, Einbrecht made it.
Also, I think you should probably check the clock tower and see if there's a sign of worst injury. Trying to somebody access. That's probably a good way to start.
That's actually my first. That was going to be my first course of action, actually. So I'm going to go inspect the entryway for the clock tower, see if it's been tampered with.
All right. So what we need from you, Einbrecht, is a wits plus investigation roll, and you also have a spec in crime scene, so you get a +1 dice. But you are a professional training in being a detective, so you have 9 again, which means your 9s will explode. And you're an investigative prodigy, which means when you start to put together this investigation to create a narrative, you'll get some bonuses later for that as well.
Cool. Sounds like you built the character pretty damn well.
It's like I've done this for a while.
Yes, it's like you've done this for a while. Right. So.
Oh, apparently I keep cutting out.
Not to me.
Not on my end. You haven't been cutting out at all.
On the stream, I think is what he.
Could be me.
So, turn your gain down a little bit and turn your volume up. That might help.
Said you need
Actually, I'm going to try something else. Hold on.
Okay.
Wits investigation, Einbrecht.
Wits and thank
you have 7 dice base with 9 again.
All
if you spend a willpower, that becomes. Sounds good to me.
I'm talking about on stream.
Yeah, we'll give it a sec to catch up.
Yeah. This is kind of par for the course. I'm finally figuring out how to use filters in Discord, so I actually have a game filter now.
So I roll 90
Nice.
10, yes?
You have 7 dice base. If you spend a willpower, you add 3 to that.
Oh, no, okay, so 7 dice. Cool. Sorry,
That's all good.
I'm mentally handicapped tonight.
Hey, no, man, that's why I like dots.
Tonight.
I like dots, and I can count my 5s. Holy shit! Even with a good pool and all this in the world, sometimes they screw you. But that is 9, so you get to re-roll that 9.
Look at all those ones!
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, I'm a retard.
I will say I tested out dice rolls on Tabletop Simulator, and I can't roll under an 11 on that fucking game.
You got a 9 again. Keep going.
Yeah. Keep her moving. Alright.
Okay. After rolling a fantastic 9 dice, you only got 2 successes. So yeah, you see very much what Church has already seen. Though you did not personally see the need to go look under the tarp, because presumably not only do you trust what he described, but
He knows
when
his
they
ketchup
medical on
under
it, you they'll tell you more. So you instead focus on the scene itself. More than likely it's a push or a jump. But that means that they had to go in through that front door, which has a light and a camera on it. They had to cross the main gallery. They would have had to have gone up the stairs, because while there is a elevator, it only goes up 1 floor. It's a really short elevator. So you actually have to take the footpath a long way to ascend. The thing is that once you get past the first floor by stairs, it's all grilled chain link. You can't really cut it. There's no real jumping that way. And you know that there is a barred steel door up top. So
There's no way this particular individual got it open based on what Church has told me.
not unless
Not by
somebody
force.
somehow has converted security. You also know that there is a camera at the top above the door, just because they don't want kids sitting up there smoking weed and playing hooky.
Right. Fuck it. I say I just walk over to Church and say I'm going.
I followed you. I followed you right up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta check the feet. Plain and simple.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. So you jump in Einbrecht's car. You take a ride over to the security office.
Right.
You ask for last night's feeds, and they pull up last night's feeds, only to discover that those particular 2 tapes aren't there. But it's not like they're not there because they're not in the room, right? They're not there because someone has interfered with the cameras. They're not receiving those feeds.
Okay, so we get a victim. Oh boy, here we go.
Right. So we have no footage. We have no forced entry.
You have other footage. There are multiple tapes that cover that building over the course of the week. So, I mean, you can see who else has been in and out.
True. I guess I'm setting my ass in front of those tapes and watching as much as I need to see
Let me.
students that have found their way in and out of there.
Well, hold on. Let me use some of my cyborg ingenuity here. Hold on. Let me. Okay, you guys can.
You actually go around telling people you're a cyborg?
Fuck yeah! Alright, so I'm assuming
Believe
For-
you, but that's okay.
I'm assuming that one person that has access to this building is the third member of our party.
Teacher, he has access to a lot of things, and unsurprisingly, the music department is in the same building because that way they can skimp on having to like provide music because he can just they can just play in the music room, and it filters out into the rest of the hall and makes a nice ambient sound.
Well, I mean, until you've heard this guy play, and then you. That was a dig
Well, I
at you,
mean,
Eric.
it's usually not him playing; it's usually students.
Wait, sorry. I was distracted for a second.
Discussing the fact that you have access to the building where the apparent suicide and/or murder has occurred.
Let's just do this. Let's just do this properly.
Sure.
Who is currently in the clock tower besides me and Einbrecht?
It is early enough morning, and with the scene outside, the usual spread of students have not yet filtered in, which is part of the problem. Because the press of bodies is going to grow. People want their access to their computer, and they want their access to their library.
Sorry, go the fuck home.
So
We got a dead pile of ketchup here.
Exactly. So who's in the building right now? You have 3 librarians, like 1 librarian assistant.
Okay.
They're the night crew. They were actually coming off of shift, and now
Can
they
I be
can't
banging
leave.
one of the librarians?
I mean, that's between you and your Jesus.
He doesn't have one.
Yeah, I do. He's just crippled.
No, his name is Loki. He's not Jesus.
There's the janitor. The janitor is not in the building though, because the janitor is the one who called the security guy, who called you.
Right.
He was stepping out from the library to go to his next appointed cleaning round.
Okay.
And found a pool of ketchup in front of the door. It's like I can't walk through that.
Einbrecht, I don't have any real authority other than over the students, so I'm going to need you to mandate that no faculty goes home if you have a chance to talk to them.
Well, fuck.
Well, I mean, I'm talking about the night shift that's changing over. I'm assuming we don't need a night music teacher.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna get over the PA and just explain what Trish explained to me, that we need to speak to all faculty that were here during the night. You're not clear to leave the site until we've spoken to you.
Let me ask a very pointed question. Do you specifically want to take that responsibility onto yourself, for the potential gains or severance? Or do you want to use your contacts administration to get someone higher up the chain to run interference for you?
I'll deal with it.
Okay. So on the PA you go, and you lay down the law, Judge.
I'm the law.
I am the law.
Stay in this building.
That was the only good thing to come out of that friggin' Sylvester Stallone movie.
I am the law. I will take the responsibility because I feel like it's usually the easiest to eliminate librarians because, well, they're librarians. So in that case, I think that I will take the opportunity to interview night librarian staff.
So with that in mind, while interviews are going on and film is being watched, McCartney, here, do you live on campus or do you live off campus in one of the many affordably reasonable homes?
You mean in my hippie van?
Yeah, do you live in your hippie pad or do you live on campus?
In the hippie van in the parking lot.
Nice.
Down by the river.
Right. So,
Down by the river.
so you wake up, it is a brisk yet beautiful morning. The sun is out, birds are chirping, feeling good with the world, ready to see your day, see your students, see the staff, maybe see something nicer than that.
Fuck yeah.
You do the papa squat, you do the basic once over on the teeth, you do the hair. You're looking at your reasonable level of mid-level cleanly until you hit the campus pool and shower and so on, because that's all freely available, right?
Exactly.
And you drive up onto campus to park in the academic parking. And you already know the second you get out the van, something's up. Because people that would otherwise be running courses, right, are in the pool, the unspoken, unseen teacher's pool, smoking.
Wait, teacher's pool?
Meaning the area where teachers gather to quietly smoke and pretend that they don't.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Because we can't be seen to smoke in front of the students. That would be encouraging them to bad behaviors while they totally do it.
Right. So what am I doing?
You
just
just
showed
got
up.
out of your
What
van,
are you doing?
You're on campus.
Okay. Sorry.
Hold on. Let me interject here real quick. I see him pull up. I see him pull up. I'm going to. I'm assuming that the interviewings of the librarians are pretty much worth. Why we use that as a segue, right?
They're not worthless, but they are patently mundane.
Okay. Well, once I complete that, I'm going to quickly jot down a rough sketch of what the tattoo looks like, and ask him if he taught the student by this name, and show him the tattoo, and ask him if he remembers who that is or knows who that is.
Okay.
So he doesn't have to look under the tarp.
Right. So Mr. Church approaches you and shows you this sketch. Hey, Church.
Yeah.
Just for shits and giggles.
Shiggles, yes.
Give me a let's say wits plus expression roll, and you don't have any expression, so you take a -1 to your wits roll to successfully draw this tattoo. Let's see how good your art skills are on this napkin.
But I have the name, so it doesn't matter.
Right. So Mr. Church shows you the worst rendition.
Not the worst. It wasn't a 1.
Yeah, okay. The second worst rendition of a red hot devil. You know, the devil for red hot candy?
Yeah.
Right? And it's at that point that you're like, oh shit. Because that is one of your students.
Why are you showing me a drawing of some pigeon shit?
No. This is Amy. This is
who?
This is Amelia's tattoo that he has shown you a bad drawing of.
This is Amy Doover. Amelia.
I haven't had my Irish coffee yet to start the morning. You're gonna have to ask me.
Roll something to figure out if you know who the fuck I'm talking about, or if you're just so stoned that you don't know.
All right. So
if you want to be that out of it.
Eric was in the back of his head. Was I fucking that one?
I am not Joe Biden, sir.
Yeah,
no, we didn't say sniffing. We said fucking.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Memory is another interesting dice pool because it's actually int resolve. Memory is a weird one.
Oh, okay. Wait, what am I? So it's what plus resolve?
Intelligence. So you'd be rolling 5 dice.
Okay. So what do I type in the thing?
Exclamation point R 5d10.
Okay. Church, get the fuck out of there. I'll do it myself.
Making sure you got it. God damn, that's a good
I got
roll.
it. Is it?
Yes.
Yeah. It's
Oh, cool.
right. So reroll that 10.
So one more D10.
So one.
Just roll one
Yep,
D10
1d10.
now.
Okay.
Okay. 4 successes. Yes, you know Amelia. You know Amelia very well. She is not
I
one
bet
of
he
your
does, Panama
special
Red.
students.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
We've just inferred that McCartney is a pedophile.
No,
Ebophile.
hebephile.
Details.
That's not any better,
Oh,
but
alright.
there is a proper term for it.
Hey,
Yeah.
she could have been a senior and turned 18. Fuck off.
I'm gonna roll to figure out how
So-
old Amelia is.
So what you need is you need an oil dipstick so you can figure out the age of the salsa.
No, I need a check to see if I can check the records to find out how old this kid is. But I'd have to leave the
well,
scene
if
for
she has
that,
a
and I'll
fucking
do that
tattoo,
later. No, well, these are rich
If she has a
kids.
fucking tattoo.
These
she's
are rich
18.
kids, and their parents don't give a shit about them. Remember that.
So here's the thing: whether you had a inappropriate relationship with Amelia or not, being actually irrelevant. She was one of your music students. She was actually quite good, which is why you remember her. She doesn't disappear into the malaise of, yep, that's a student that you have. But you also know that she's what can loosely be referred to as she's kind of sad.
Okay.
If you were feeling crass, you'd say daddy issues.
So daddy issues.
Yeah, hence
Ayrton
the
definitely-
tattoo.
Ayrton definitely commented on her shoes one time then.
Definitely the hence the tattoo.
Have a good one, Bandito.
the-
Thanks for stopping by, buddy.
Hence the tattoo. Hence the propensity for being a little overly friendly. A little attention draw. But you notice, you remember specifically that just before this incident, they had stopped doing that. Like you thought they were cleaning up their life. They were getting more into the music, or at least more into academic things.
Mhm.
They had met somebody, or they were forming a relationship with somebody, and it's like, oh, cool, they're moving on with their life. They're becoming an adult, and now apparently something has happened to them.
So I relay this information to a church and give him the name of the guy she had started seeing, which is Henry Smallkick.
Yep, local nerd Henry Smolkick.
Yeah, and tell him to go away so I can do my morning cocaine before I have to teach these snot-nosed brats.
There's no teaching going on today. This is officially a crime scene, so you just go in the bathroom and do your blow like all the other students.
Fucking fine.
But does he actually know who the boyfriend is, or is that something we're gonna have to?
Wait. Can I change his name? That wasn't a good one. I got a better one.
No.
Okay. You have better than Harry Smallkick.
Yeah, I got a better one.
Okay, go ahead.
Barry McCockiner. He's
God.
a ginger fellow.
I hate you so
Right.
much.
I think we'll stick with Smallkick, just because it's easier for me to make that not a stupid name.
Yeah.
Fine.
Okay,
It is spelled Smaulkik. Small
Yeah.
kick?
Well, CIK.
No, KIK. I know what's going on.
Now, does Ayrton actually know this, or am I going to have to? Well, I mean, I guess I should really investigate to make sure. Anyway.
I can infer that he thinks she was going steady with small kick. That's fine. He's a teacher.
Okay. All right.
If you want to verify, that's going to require an investigation.
I'll go ahead and do that and fail that so that I'm not shaken anymore.
Okay.
So I just take his word for it, but I pass the information on to Einbrecht.
I mean, it could be, but like I said, he's local nerd. He's known to be one of the kids who was sent here because he's actually brilliant, but he's also socially inadequate. And I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
General opinion is Amelia was a fox.
I'll fail the roll for investigation before I even make it, and shake the shaken, and then I will tell Einbrecht this kid's name, let him know so that while he's watching the footage, if this kid comes up, we can maybe get what's going on. Also, I would like to do. I would like to do a true investigation roll to determine exactly where from this building this have to fall from in order to become salsa.
That doesn't involve a roll. And you get all the way up into the bell tower, which is where the actual door locks you out.
They would have to be beyond the inaccessible area without a key.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, just making sure. I just wanted to verify that before we kept going. So at this point,
and then it'd be a straight line down. You'd have to walk right off the building.
Okay. So
there's no corner.
And there's
Once
no
I
way.
get the news from church, I just kind of go, fuck. And then I go back and start looking for this kid specifically after I pull up his record.
Well, while that's going on, the question that I have at the let's just compile the information that we have at this point. Okay. So, barring
what we can do,
having access to the tower, we have to assume someone with access to the tower was accompanying Amelia. We can infer that because Small Kick is another student, that they would not have access to the top of the tower as well. So, I want to know who does have access to that tower.
Love you too, Dillard, you filthy degenerate.
Is Dillard judging us for this nerd shit?
Yes. He judges us for all nerd shit, including comic books.
Oh, yeah.
We still love him, though.
So, who actually has access to that top area is a reasonably small list. Anyone with security can, of course, take the key. You can requisition it.
Okay.
And
we're able to eliminate ourselves, Einbrecht and I. Ayrton's sus.
I mean, that's
definitely the imposter.
The school administrator, obviously, because he's the not principal. He can go almost anywhere.
Okay.
Which means his vice principal can go almost anywhere. Janitorial, because they got to go up there and service the area occasionally. Religious services is allowed up there once a week. They do non-denominational observance.
The religious services, would those have taken place on the night that Amelia died?
No.
Okay. So we can infer that without further investigation, it's not likely that it was them.
And the STEM, specifically physical sciences, has a key because they maintain a weather device up there for tracking weather patterns.
Okay.
It's basically a thermostat.
Einbrecht, go ahead and roll and see what you found out from tapes.
Right. So, real quick, we're going to use the investigation system, which is another level of nerd craziness. So, the scope of the investigation would be watching all these tapes, correlating all this data, going through student records. Okay. What are you specifically looking for? Can you boil it down to like a given clue or clues, the result you want from this investigation, Einbrecht?
I'm looking for anyone that looks like they shouldn't be going into the tower, and seeing if anyone's going in there that looks like they might be nervous, or
Can I add a contingency to that as well?
Certainly, this is communicative. I mean,
Okay. Also, I personally want to know anyone accessing the tower, even though they should have access and might. Okay. Anyone accessing the tower on a time frame that's not normal for them. You know,
someone who wouldn't normally be at work at that time, and they're going in there, basically.
Well, not necessarily being at work at that time, but not necessarily being in that area. Like the weather checker wouldn't be up there in the middle of the goddamn night, I wouldn't think. But if somebody's up there scouting the area out, or if there is an earlier encounter, we are taking them. But yeah.
Sure.
So nervous, anyone that shouldn't have access that maybe stole a key or had a key made, and anyone accessing it at an odd time. So it would be 3 checks, I'm guessing.
well, what we're doing is we determine an interval, and each interval is a dice roll. And how long it takes. So I'm going to say it's an hour per investigative angle, right? So basically, every hour you make a check until you get the required number of clues, which would be 3 clues. So this might be more hours or less hours, depending, because you're waiting on an Einbrecht to get back to you.
Well, I feel like he's already had 1 hour at least while I was talking with Ayrton librarian.
But now we have to create his dice pool, which in this case is probably still Wits Investigation, because that's what he's good at. Okay? Right. And that's where his mental merit investigative prodigy comes in.
Okay, hold on before you roll, Einbrecht.
Yep, I'm just waiting to hear.
Your character investigates instinctively and can intuit details and connections in the scene without much time. You're a veritable Sherlock Holmes. Instead of simply uncovering clues or not uncovering clues when investigating, your character discovers multiple clues in a single action. Your character can uncover clues equal to his successes or his merit dots as an instant action, whichever is lower. Only the first clues count from this additional elements. Other clues established by this merit only receive a single element. So basically, what should take you 3 or 4 or 5 hours could take you as low as 1.
Okay.
Okay. So I gotta look at your sheet real quick for your dots in Prodigy. Right. So if you roll and you get a success, you can actually generate 3 clues instead of 1. So you can do this in an hour, which is phenomenal. Those assholes at the station ain't got nothing on you.
Why aren't you already a detective, goddamn?
You'll find that
bureaucracy
later.
and politics.
I rolled the same 7d10 as last time, yes?
Now remember, you can spend 1 power for a +3 dice.
True. No, hold on to it for now.
Now, before we proceed, there is one more thing. If you get 5 or more successes, you get what's called a dramatic success, which means you succeed and then some, which might do some fancy stuff.
Fair enough.
Okay. Proceed.
Or,
Oh, sweet.
and then you
That's
got three
3
tens.
10s.
So,
Those all explode.
yeah, so 3 more D10s.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, one
All
more
right,
explosion.
That 9 and 10 explode. Keep going.
2 more.
Yep.
I mean, you've already won this, but yeah.
I was gonna say, is he winning?
Yes.
He's solidly winning.
It's a globalist conspiracy.
All right, so we've got-
Has been to Bohemian
Let's see,
Grove.
4. We've
4,
got 7
5,
successes.
7 successes. Okay. So.
Einbrecht solves the case. First investigation.
Yeah. So you take an hour, and as you're watching tape, you're thumbing through these files, and very quickly you begin to piece together what happened that night. And while you are still missing pieces, the pieces you have are terrifying.
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that make the kids kill themselves.
Well, because here's the thing. Here's the thing of it. You know something very wrong happened, but you still can't figure out what, because you are like, I gotta get into that clock tower. At about 4 a.m. for the past 6 months, okay, a figure who on the grainy security camera you're pretty sure is Small Kick, has actually been going to the bell tower, presumably to access the weather machine as part of standard tracking. You know that he has access because he has the specific note in memorandum format from his science professor to access the tower, but not for the weather device. There's some other science fair bullshit going on.
Mm-hmm.
You're not. It just says permission to work on science fair project. Okay. And then about a week ago is when the tapes start having this blinkering. Somebody is manipulating the cameras physically before the tapes are collected, and then the tapes are swapped out so nobody noticed, because why would you notice? You know, you expect a certain measure of critical failures to occur, right? Always about 4 a.m., always the same couple of cameras. So literally, at some point, Small Kick started going up here and obscuring his movements.
I'm sorry. Every time you say that.
Yes, you did this to you.
You did this to you.
So you know when it happened, you know where it happened. You're not entirely certain of why, right?
Mhm.
But as already inferred, you'd be very surprised for Small Kick to be going with Amelia. Amelia was deemed highly desirable, even if she wasn't the fanciest preppy,
Goth Queen.
right?
Yeah, she's Goth Queen. He's the nerd boy.
Yeah, Nerd Boy was a nerd boy. He's not kind that draws that kind of interest. There's also something out of place at the same time. That's the thing that you can't place. You're not sure why. It's a couple of reports, not every student, just a couple of students, and at least one of headaches and early morning nosebleeds, seeking medical attention. The nurses' station notes describe. They assume it's some kind of negative reaction to a environmental, like dust or pollen. The reports from the reporting individuals is a noise. Oop, excuse me. That is the. I'll be right back, guys, while you kick around what to do about this information.
Alright, so while he's gone,
He asked the music teacher to identify the noise.
Well, while he's gone, I think the first thing that needs to happen is Einbrecht should, you know. Well, actually, I'm just going to go bother him and find out what he's out. So now that
Okay.
I know that, well, I mean, assuming you tell me, we'll figure it out. It's fine if you don't trust me. I'm assuming
No
that
reason not to be honest.
well,
we
I'm
work together
assuming that
here.
even though I'm a security guard, my character is more intimidating than yours because I'm half machine.
Yeah, dude, my character's not particularly physical. He's just a smart guy.
Right.
He's fit for a smart guy kind of thing.
So, at this point, do we jump to investigating Small Kick, or do talk to people like the janitor and the science teacher to figure out what this kid was doing before we even guy in suspicion?
We don't want to spook him. We do both at the same time.
And because Ayrton is familiar with this, I'm assuming he's done with his cocaine. For now. I think
Why again? God damn it!
is Small Kick one of your students, Ayrton? Is that why you know of him, or do you just know of him because of his connection to Amelia?
Just of his connection to Amelia,
So he's not
always
one of
shows
your
up at the
students.
class and walks with her to the next class and shit.
Okay, well, so because of faculty,
I've noticed his stupid bowl cut.
because of like faculty tightness and what, you should talk to the science teacher to find out why this kid had access to power. I as a security guard should probably talk to the janitor, who is the only person that might have been like the overnight janitor, who's the only person that might have been in the building at the same time as this kid, and see if he's seen anything strange. What would you do?
I'd pick up the slack, I guess. Whatever's left.
Well, I mean, there's plenty. Like you could investigate
You can wipe down the cocaine off my desk.
You could investigate the kid via his files, his grades, him who maybe see if he has a criminal past.
I'll pull the files on the kid, and then I'll go talk to him once I have a good feel for who he is.
Let's hold off on talking to him until we all reconvene. But I think we all need to kind of get a general idea of what's been, because we have the potential who. We have the absolute.
I'm gonna go
where.
talk to Amelia's friends and classmates then, while you talk to the janitor and science teacher.
Also, we need to figure out where psychic vampire comes into play with your character.
Yes.
I mean, I can tell you when the Clockwork Elves are going to show up.
Actually, it might be a really good idea to get Ayrton to talk to the students.
That's what I'm thinking. And if he does, it's going to be it'll be in a situation where you're asking him if he has like any musical interest. You've seen him hanging around Amelia. Maybe you check on how he's feeling about what happened. You might break the news to him, get his reaction. And because of your abilities, you might have some actual.
Well, so first, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to like the fucking like faculty files or whatever and figure out his class schedule.
Okay, that's
right.
I mean,
yeah, that makes sense.
That's kind of what Einbrecht's doing, pulling the kid's file and.
Well, but I'm gonna give it to him. I'm gonna make it easy.
Okay.
He doesn't have to get a warrant. I can just walk in and get it and hand it to him and be like,
Well, I could do that.
Arrest me for.
We could all do that.
For the drugs and shit that I.
Well, no, we're all employed by the school. He has access to that. Not a cop.
I thought
a cop interning at the school.
Basically,
well,
yeah.
Oh well, I totally misunderstood that then. Well, never the fuck mind.
He's the resource officer, essentially.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
I'm the security
Well, then,
guard
fuck,
that
I don't
keep
know.
people from getting in fights. I'm thinking because of your abilities, you might have a bonus in actually speaking with the kid and picking up on deception, picking up on, trauma. Like, if you break the news to him or whatever because he was close with this girl,
okay.
might be.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, but that's after.
A little emotional manipulation.
But I think you should also talk to a science teacher and implement these abilities well. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because the science teacher's
With
the
the
one that
science
gave.
teacher?
Yeah, the science teacher's the one that gave him access to the building.
Okay. All right.
So you as faculty and us as outsiders, basically, like I literally stand outside and make sure nobody's smoking pot in the parking lot. Einbrecht is the resource officer, so nobody says shit to him.
Except me, because I give you pot.
You're right, but well, I don't bust teachers. But the thing is as a security guard, just from being in public schools and whatnot, like security and police don't really get as much from faculty. But your ability, and we need to figure out like how your abilities come into play. That's really the main thing here. Because if your abilities come into play in the sense that you can pick up on, deception.
I don't fucking know. I'm new to my abilities apparently.
Right, but the thing is
okay. How about this? I say like, hey, let me go talk to the science teacher, and I'll see if I can get anything, and I'll report it back to you guys. And I guess I'll roll for something.
Back?
Probably. Okay, I think we've got what we want to do.
Okay, you got a plan.
Yeah, Ayrton is going to talk to the science teacher, and we need an understanding of what being a psychic vampire means.
Okay. So the vampirism part is actually unimportant. Because you're not a real vampire.
Well, I
in any
assume
sense.
as a psychic vampire,
real psychic.
you're an emotional leech, right? Basically, pick up on the emotions of others, and that's perfect for what we're trying to accomplish.
Right. That's the thing. He's a social powerhouse. He steals people's willpower and makes them tired and less able to resist.
Well,
he could, theoretically, if he gets strong enough, kill them. But he doesn't do that just yet.
Well, basically, here's the plan. I am going to investigate and interrogate the night janitor, see if he's seen or noticed anything strange in the bell tower over the last few months. Not really giving any of the information that we have away, but trying to pick up any new information from a third party. Einbrecht is going to investigate without confronting Smallkick, being through files, trying to understand like schedule it, that stuff. And I was wondering if the psychic vampire portion of Ayrton's abilities enhance his ability at like deception and stuff like that when interrogating.
Can I go take a piss before I?
Yeah.
Do I have access to his
before I
student email
interrogate
account?
the science teacher?
You're the resource officer. I'm sure you have access to all the personnel files.
Well, I just mean his student email account, like which he would use to communicate with.
So we have a couple of different questions going on at once.
Right.
Yes, you have access to student emails. Anything that uses the official channel, which means if he has a private email, you don't have access to that. You'd have to.
Yeah. No, I know.
The only things that you don't have free access to is like teacher emails are secured, but anything student you have free and ready access to. Einbrecht, McCartney, your powers
He's
do not
taking a leak.
intrinsically. Okay, cool. Then I don't have to worry about that for right now. And then of course, yes, you can totally interrogate the guy Church. It's just a question of how are you interrogating him? Are you putting the lights to him, which would be intimidation? Or are you trying to make friends with him, which would be persuasion? or you just straight up feeding him lines about how you'll help him out with no intention to do so, which would be subterfuge.
Let me take a look at my sheet and I'll tell you.
Okay.
You gotta play your character strengths.
Now, Einbrecht's breaking into emails would use computer, which you do not have dots in, but you could either A, get somebody to do it for you, right? Or you could use the computer gives an equipment modifier, and that might offset your negatives. So you might just have a really low pool.
I will get one of the computer staff to do it for me.
First off, is there a way that I can combine a socialize and persuasion check?
No. It's attribute plus skill.
Okay. So I
if
would
you had
probably use... Go ahead.
If you had a merit called interdisciplinary specialty, you'd be able to use specialties from a different area on a different skill than they're associated with.
Okay.
But you don't have that.
Okay. So I'm probably just going to use a little persuasion to see if he'll give me some information.
Okay.
Buddy, hey, we're getting into this and we're trying to eliminate you. We're going through the motions. We need to know if you've seen anything strange over the last couple of months, kind of deal.
Well, in this system, you actually have two different primary social attributes. Presence, which is literally your charisma, it's how awesome you are, and manipulation, which is you using other people's emotions or misdirecting them. So you can decide what your combination of persuasion is. Like a manipulation persuasion is different than a presence persuasion.
As far as my dots go, it doesn't matter which one
They're
I
the
use.
same,
So
yeah.
what are the the differences in the two?
If you successfully make friends with him, he might be willing to give more. If you successfully manipulate him, he'll give you the same amount. But the thing is that if you simply fail to make friends, he just doesn't like you. If you fail to manipulate him, he might either try to lie to you or be offended.
Okay. I'll just
manipulation...
use presence at this point because we don't suspect this guy. And I'm not trying to intimidate him. I literally just want to know if he's seen anything strange over the last couple of months on his night rounds.
Oh.
So that's what, a presence with persuasion, and that's it. Like, just 3 dice.
It's 3 dice unless you spend a willpower for 6.
I've already spent 1, and barely through half a day on this so far as time goes. So, I'll just go with the...
How many spoons do you want to throw in? Okay.
Well, it's not like I can't send Einbrecht in to interrogate him further.
You can have him be bad cop.
Yeah. Or Ayrton, Ayrton might have to deal with him.
Well, I mean, he's built to be bad cop, is the funny part.
Who, Einbrecht?
No, McCartney.
Oh, really?
What?
He's too busy doing cocaine. But I'm going to start off with just rolling my my 3d10.
And banging librarians. Come on.
And, literally all I'm trying to figure out is if he's seen anything strange. I'm not trying to strong arm him. I'm not looking for anything dirty on him. I'm not accusing him. Basically, we go into this, I'm like, hey, I'm just running through the list and eliminating suspects so that we can actually get to the bottom of this. Got a good idea of who it is, and that's not you, but I need to know if you've seen or heard anything strange a couple of night shift. Specifically in the bell tower. And
exactly.
Go. Fails across the board.
Okay. You can't tell if he's lying or not, but he's mostly giving you the "I really don't want to get involved" thing, because he knows heads will roll, and you know how it is, man. Janitorial gets blamed for anything where it goes on. Everybody assumes janitors are like gross, dirty weirdos.
Okay. So I go back to the group and I was like, I got nothing. he didn't even want to talk to me. I don't know. So, Ayrton, you were getting ready to tell Ayrton power set actually meant. So,
And do they know that I have powers, or am I just like offering up my services?
Well, here's the thing. How public do you feel about trying to explain to people that you're a psychic vampire and you feed on their emotions like some kind of leech?
I don't like it at fucking all.
Right. So no, you don't tell them and they don't know. They just think that you have a
We
vested
just know you're charismatic, and that's all we give a shit about. It's a skill we can use.
A charming fiend, as it says on the sheet.
and,
you're
and it is one of your students.
You're apparently supposed to be built to be bad cop, so that's kind of a role reversal for us.
Well, the irony is that due to how psychic vampirism works, as you drain people's willpower, you're not just harming them in practical, but you're draining their will to be involved with you. They feel tired after hanging out with you. Some people enjoy it in the right context, with the right mood music and candles, but other people really don't like it. So, arguably, it's like if you needed to get information out of somebody, you can be like, okay, buddy, just tell us what we want to know, or I'll just stand here and stare at you all day.
Now, my question was, while you were gone, does that give him any specific bonus to detecting perception or nervousness or thing of that nature?
It is not, because he is a very neophyte psychic vampire. He hasn't learned the more
powerful. Did you say nearsighted?
No, I said neophyte. You could be nearsighted if you want to be. Your level of psychic vampirism gives you the trait amateur. With this basic level, your character can cause bashing damage. You can basically cause people to have nosebleeds. You cause 1 bashing damage per success on your roll. Every 2 points of bashing damage gives you 1 point of ephemera. That's the essence of people's willpower that you've stolen. This can be accumulated over multiple turns. You can use 1 ephemera to heal 1 point of bashing, or 2 ephemera to heal 1 point of lethal. So you can heal yourself by sucking out other people's lives.
Yeah. Okay. I kind of followed that.
Yeah.
My plan is that the teacher we're trying to intimidate because we think he's up to something has like a porn like pedo stash.
Yeah.
So I tell Church and Einbrecht, let me go talk to him, and I'll roll to see how effective that is.
Okay.
Is that cool?
That's entirely cool.
All right. What do I roll?
Well, here's the thing. I got to ask the same question I asked Church. Are you going to manipulate him, or are you going to just sort of be friendly and cordial?
Oh, I'm going to manipulate.
No. Before you make that call, look at your sheet because this actually matters.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know what I'm looking at.
Well, up at the top under attributes, do you have a better presence or a better manipulation?
They are in fact the same.
They're the same.
What are the numbers in each?
But they're 2.
Oh, the same as mine. Okay.
But under social skills, so here on the right, on the left-hand column at the bottom, you have a persuasion of 3 dots with a specialty in fast talk.
Okay.
So basically, you can spin a yarn of bullshit pretty good.
Yeah.
More importantly, when you're talking to this guy, I will let you know now, you get a bonus of +2 from a merit called Eye for the Strange.
Okay. I'll pretend I know what this all means.
Well, I'm going to tell you. Being that you are already supernatural, and frankly, more supernatural than Einbrecht or Church are.
Ha! Suck it.
You are a little aware of this stuff. You already had some occult knowledge for like folklore and the like. Because music is you naturally mingle with those kinds of weirdos that read funny books. Right. But no, this is like you have a taste for weird shit. You notice when something isn't quite right. So for instance, you can do a int composure roll, and you can ask me, "Hey, is this supernatural?" And I have to tell you if it is or not. What it is, you might not know, but you can find out.
Breaking news, real quick.
Okay.
CNN just took Arizona from Biden. Back to not called.
Ha! Ha ha ha! Suck it!
Back to the game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. So,
The thing is that this one gives you a static +2 to your pool. So you already have 6 dice, and then you have a +2 from Eye to the Strange for talking to this guy. So you're walking around with 8 dice. This is
Okay.
not bad.
okay. I'm just gonna fucking go with
Well,
offering
hold on.
to go talk to him.
You can also
because-
spend a willpower
because
to throw 11 dice total. That's 11 chances to
Sure.
succeed,
And-
buddy. You could crack this
Operation
wide open.
Plan is ready to go.
Let's fucking go with it. My best student's dead, and I want to figure out why. And I think this dude's a pedo.
All right.
So I type in 11d10. Yes.
Exclamation point R11D10.
Okay.
Let's see. I see a 10, 8, 9, 8, 10. So 1, 2.
There's 2
You
10s.
already got 5 successes, and those 2 10s explode. So you roll 2d10. Keep
Wait, what do I do?
going. Your 10s explode. They keep going. You have another chance for more success.
Oh.
So roll 2d10.
Okay.
You've already got an exceptional success.
Yeah, so that's it.
So you show up to talk to this guy between classes today because Einbrecht is off reading files and watching videos, and Church is roped into the unfortunate task of overseeing the body's removal and getting people moving again. Because
I'm
it's a
also-
college, it's a
also
school
gonna
campus.
take
It's gotta keep-
Also going to take a quick detour to slash this janitor's tires because he fed me a lot.
you and you, man. Sure, more power to you. You take a break out in the parking lot and you slash that fucker's tires for giving you the runaround. But no, the science professor act opens up real easy because it is
Yes,
known.
she does.
It is known among certain kinds of staff what you're into. Some people don't approve, some people do, but they're like, we're not going to get involved because you're a teacher.
Wait, hold up. Is this science teacher a chick?
No, it's a dude,
God damn it!
but he is totally open to telling you about the shit he's into.
Okay.
And you
Okay,
didn't
if it
you didn't
helps
necessarily
with
want to
the
know that he
fucking
was that into the hard stuff.
Well, then why is he talking to me?
But not so into the young students. That's a bit much, right?
Okay.
He's telling you about chicks from the secretarial pool
Okay.
because they spend all day in those tight skirts, pretending to be straight, and they're totally, they're in to being told what to do, as he tells you, and you're like, thanks.
Spaghetti straight until it gets wet.
Yeah.
I'm uncomfortable.
But
I need to know.
you eventually get around to small kick, to projects and stuff, because it's like, how does he have all the time to pick up all these secretaries when he's got jobs to do? And he's like, oh well, he puts it off mostly on his TA. Guess who that is? And Small Kick is overseeing a project. It's extra credit for the kid, but when he transitions to college, it's going to be stuff for masters.
Okay.
Like he's going fast. He's going fast track to a super science future.
Knots don't exist beyond the fourth dimension unless you consider them sheets.
That's crazy. Have you ever tried DMT? When was the last time you took DMT?
What they are ostensibly working on is a study of resonant vibration. They have a device up there that manipulates nearby molecular bonds using sound.
Okay.
And it is their belief that this, when utilized with the correct visual machinery, will allow us to see unusual things in new spectra. They're basically making a sound-based microscope.
Yeah. Now, do I know that they're doing this?
Oh, he's totally telling you. He's open. He's like, oh yeah, we're just making a
Okay.
sound-based microscope. It's going to be great. He thinks it's going to make his fucking career.
So he's just opening his throat up and letting me deep throat him with information.
Oh yeah, because he thinks you are his bestie right now. He, in fact, you get the sense he thinks you might be able to set him up with a couple of hot dates. He thinks you're going to get him in the door with some of those uptight librarian girls.
Okay. So, to me, just, thinking about like quantum physics and vibration and Nikola Tesla and all that shit, I think that this murder was an accident. So I go back to church in Einbrecht and report my findings and tell them that this dude's crazy and needs to be locked up in the crazy house.
I don't think it was as much of an accident as the experiment yielded something no one expected.
Yeah, so an accident.
No, an accident would be, oh, I slipped, he fell. This is, I did something
an
that
accident is, we turned this fucking shit on, and this chick decided to kill herself.
No, I don't think decided. I think she saw something that she was never meant to see.
Okay. Like?
Well, I mean, we are in a world of the supernatural. You're talking about a microscope for sound. Well, what kind of entities give off sound but don't have a presence? I don't know, spirits, ghosts?
Yeah, I was going to say ghosts.
Anyway, we don't have any information based on that, and I don't know, but you tell me, I find out what Einbrecht figured out before we reconvene. Because this is all happening simultaneously, right?
Yes.
So it's Einbrecht's turn.
Yes, I believe, and Einbrecht, you were specifically digging deep into Small Kick?
Yes.
Well, with Small Kick digging deep into you,
Is my character gay in an EBA file? We'll never know.
I just want to point out that, I like dark stuff, but this is the most creepy World of Darkness game I've played in a recent memory, because everybody's like, let's be hemophiles. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Oh, God.
So there's not really a role for getting access to his
except for
records.
me, I have not claimed to want a hemophile. I just want to put that on record.
I don't want to either.
Hey, you were totally banging your stick.
No!
Don't lie.
No! Oh, if they're fucking 18, that's a different story. No, I refuse.
Make him super uncomfortable.
I hate all of you so much.
We haven't even gotten to the good parts yet.
You fucking globalist shills, I will eat your ass.
Look, my ass is only 16, even though I'm 33.
Seriously, for a minute. It does not require a roll to get into his records, or it just takes time to read them. So again, another hour burns. And quite frankly, much as I described Amelia as being kind of a sad student, the Small Kick is sad. He's actively sad.
I'm sure he is.
He's depressed.
Not just because his name is Small Kick. Not just because he's a nerd. Okay, but reading this kid's background is like reading a rough map of the ugliest parts of the Deep South. Okay?
Hey!
He's, Yeah, you. No, he is here on a grant. Okay, his family is in fact probably not wealthy enough for this school under normal conditions, but he's a fucking genius, right? They are divorced. He may or may not have been the victim of physical abuse. It's not really clear from the paperwork, right? But
Okay.
as you read through it, it's like even if his parents weren't, every school he's been to, he has been the subject of the beat patrol.
He's been bullied. He's been fucked with.
Yeah, and he is
He's
solidly
had
the
a
kind of
nightstick up his ass.
he is solidly the kind of kid that's like if he did if he didn't Klebold himself, he was just gonna explode one day. Okay.
Right.
And yeah, he got himself into a major opportunity by being the TA for the scientist who's working on a physics theory of vibrational resonance. Uh, and they, uh, I mean, it says they, but it could entirely be that he built a device to do this. And they've been testing it up in the clock tower because it is apparently ideally placed. There are resonant energies. It's really technical on the specifics of the project that he is involved in.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to make a witch occult roll, you can try it.
I don't know. I told the two of them, hold on a second, I have to go take a piss, but really I'm going to take a line of Coke off the urinal.
Whatever you got to do.
You do your thing, weirdo.
The thing is that because you have interdisciplinary specialty, you could use your spec in crime scenes for occult, right? And sort of offset the -3 for not being trained in occult.
Okay.
That's Einbrecht,
And you can always
right?
spend
Or is
willpower.
that Ayrton?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That's Einbrecht.
Right.
And remember, you can always spend willpower for bonus dice.
Yep. Alright, give me 1 second here.
This would be wits -3. But you can possibly get a +1, and you can possibly get a +3. Basically, raise it up to one dice that's on a chance die.
Okay.
Chance dies are fun. Chance dies you can critically fail.
Oof.
Okay. I'm good.
You're ready.
Sounds like I should probably roll willpower.
Okay,
Or
so
burn a point of willpower.
-3. The -3 still applies. So you actually have 4 dice with willpower. If you're using interdisciplinary specialty.
Yep.
Because you're treating this like a crime scene.
So I roll 4d10 then.
Yep.
Oh, I got 2 10s.
Bitch, keep going. Keep going.
Oh yeah, keep going.
That's right.
You got 3 successes on 4 dice. Okay. So what it goes on to describe is more than likely what you have is a student built a device for observing unseeable elements through sonic resonance, right? And it is responsible for
They're bringing through the clockwork elves, synthesizing element 115.
These sounds that it generates are responsible for the nosebleeds. They're responsible for the headaches. Probably about the same time that the cameras have gone down.
Yep.
Whether it's because of the effect or because he's actually interfering with them. Probably no damn oversight whatsoever, because as far as you can tell, the professor is it doesn't
Useless.
it doesn't say that he's on site, so you're assuming he's not. I'm sure when you talk to Ayrton, he'll verify that. The thing is that theoretically, as you are thumbing through this stuff, it is not clear just how powerful these resonances are.
Okay. So when Einbrecht asks me,
Well, before we all reconvene, I'd like to do.
okay,
Okay.
yeah, go for it.
As part of cleaning up the crime scene, I'm assuming as a security guard, I have access to the tower.
Oh yeah, you can get the key.
Without anyone else there, like before I reconvene, based on what I understand, the guy was going to the tower to something that wasn't the machine.
Yeah.
I want to go poke around with it myself. Since I failed talking to the janitor, and obviously he was not going to be help anyway. I'd like to bring something, halfway decent to the table. So, a cybernetic ass on the line. Let's go poke at something that I have no idea how it works.
All I'm gonna say is for those people who are watching who are familiar with Dungeons and Dragons, and I know that you're a first-time role player,
Me?
or in a lot of ways. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
For World of Darkness, at least.
Oh, for World of Darkness, yes. I know this is a bad idea, but that's what I want to go do.
Yeah, I was gonna say, splitting the party always works well.
Yeah. Well, we are already split up, and as part of cleaning up the crime scene, I got done. They were.
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily like I'll decide what I'm gonna do when I get in the room. But let's say I open this gate. I go up to the top of the bed. Set the scene for me.
You have to walk up these damn steps. It takes a good long minute.
I'm already there. I'm already at the top.
Yeah.
I've done this.
So you open the door, and you step into the clock tower. The weather machine has been moved off to a corner near the door.
Almost forgotten about.
Yeah. The clock tower space is very large. For people who need a relevant size, we're talking like the Tim Burton Batman clock tower.
Okay.
Back in '89.
Right.
Very, very, very large. The device, it looks like a silver cylindrical tube surmounted by 3 tuning forks. Is in the middle, and it is directly under the bell with the big clapper. So presumably when they turn this thing on, which is a very simple, flip the switch, it's on, flip the switch, it's off kind of deal. The resonance would go up into the bell, which would magnify the effect, allowing it to form like a cone of effect. And then like some cables run to what looks like a laptop. Like they can run this thing real easy. It's idiot proof.
Okay. How big is this thing?
The laptop's laptop size. The actual device.
I take my pants off and turn my camera on if you're curious.
Actual device would be, you would need like Ayrton's stoner van with the bed pulled out of the back.
It's not something that I can carry downstairs. So I can't personally
Probably not.
move it.
Probably not. No.
All right. So
give me a perception check.
Okay.
That's wits composure.
No, I understand. I'm just getting my sheet up again. It's wits plus what?
Composure.
Wits and composure. So that's 5. I'll give you 5.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
One explosion,
There's a Rick-
so...
There's a Rick James joke to be made there.
2.
Yeah.
You see that around the periphery of what is probably the limit of the area of effect from the bell, someone has drawn a circle in some kind of script in chalk. Okay? And that has been disturbed. There's a smearing. The directionality of the smearing goes in towards the device, not out from the device.
Can you repeat that? Captain Weeb was fucking with me, so please.
What's up, Weeb?
Hey, Weeb. Been a while, man.
There is a circle drawn in script of chalk, which outlines the periphery of the effect area for the resonance.
Okay.
And that has been disturbed. There's a smearing that goes in towards the device, not out away from the device.
Okay, so essentially anything inside the circle is affected.
Yes.
Okay.
That is the implication. You'll need an investigation check if you want to get more.
I can give you that. Investigation plus what?
Investigation wits. You could do investigation int if you so choose.
That's the same number. I've got the box of investigation, so what does that give me?
That's a +1 dice.
4d10.
Yep.
2.
Okay. As you are standing there, staring at this circle, as you're kind of edging around it, where there's the smudging, you see something out of place, and you kind of lean in, and you have to lean in quite close. You have to get down on one knee and lean in to get a look at it. It's a fingernail. As if someone tried to grab the stonework.
Or was clawing at it.
Yeah.
As in they were being pushed off of the tower.
No.
Oh.
As if they were trying to hold on and something pulled them in towards the device.
Okay.
All right.
At this point, I'm going to pull out my cellular device and summon air.
Okay.
Okay.
I show up stumbling drunk and tucking my shirt back in because I was just banging some hoe.
Ooh, I love it when players give themselves negatives.
I hate you so much right now.
Basically my state right now. I'm just not.
To be fair, it's fucking realistic.
banged
People
some
aren't
hoe.
on all the time, right?
This is true. This is true. They couldn't.
With courage. Nothing bad will happen.
Right.
I mean, I've only finger banged a chick once on stream. So
Darb pretty much depicts this perfectly. You guys round the corner at the top of the bell tower, and an angry beholder is in front of you.
Yeah, we're fucked. If it's the beholder, we're fucked, gentlemen. Peace.
Why would I ever be that easy?
So Runeknight.
Yeah.
Out of the three of us, I'm the most like supernatural, right? Like
Yes.
like those two, they're more like technologically.
Well, I'm technologically
supernatural.
advanced, and Einbrecht's a normie that's like Holmes.
I'm a normie. I'm just a smart normie. That's all I am.
He's a smart normie who's just smart enough to get in trouble.
Okay, so I'm the only one who's actually like supernatural and in tune with this like other dimension around us, correct?
Well, you aren't necessarily aware of this function. You're not necessarily knowledgeable in this function of the world of darkness, but you recognize like ritualism and occultism when you see it.
Yeah, like I can tell, like, hey, something's fucked up right here.
Yeah.
Okay. So I see those marks like on the wall of the bell tower or whatever, and thinking something's up. Am I allowed to do some like weird occult shit to try and like do some psychic time travel
before
reading
you get
of the
into
scenario?
Before you get into
Okay.
that, let's take the moment and let's just kind of convene everything that we learned. Okay, so
Okay.
as of right now, we don't know if Small Kick is even still around. Like, I've discovered this fingernail. Like, I explained to you guys that, you know,
Okay.
I've discovered this fingernail, and it looks like something's been pulled into the epicenter of this. I haven't touched the device. I haven't interacted with it anyway. I haven't even examined the laptop. But I've seen that there is some occult shit on the floor, it seems. And there's a fingernail, as in somebody's trying to keep from being pulled into the epicenter. Einbrecht, from what we've learned, has discovered that essentially this could have basically, cameras might not be manipulation portion, and from what you've discovered is the basis of the experiment essentially is being able to see ghosts. I mean, that's what I'm going.
Yeah, being able to see into the parallel dimension that's around us constantly is how I look at it.
Well, yeah, but tomato.
Yeah, tomatoes are
So
fucking evil.
we're all examining this device. Now we can kind of, unless either have anything you want to specifically, now we can kind of get all of what we stand about doing, investigate checks or try and figure out, like, now that I say, you know, the sake of gameplay, we all kind of reconvene at the bottom of the tower, because I feel like with everything we've done at this point that a day has passed. Right? Like, we've discovered a dead body, we've moved a dead body, we've investigated several people, dug through several...
Yeah, like an 8 to 10 hour workday.
Right. Like, it's kind of time to reconvene first thing in the morning. I don't know what that means. Like, I know that our rest in health was...
If you choose to have an 8 hours of full sleep, you will in fact regain 1 willpower.
Right, so we'll all go back to full willpower and call this the end of a day.
Yeah.
And I think that makes sense storyline-wise as well. It's not like we did one thing and we power and then like, yeah, we're going to go take a nap.
It's only been a day. It is getting on towards evening. I mean, there are still some hours. You could make a long night of it, but if you guys choose you want to go at it tomorrow with fresh eyes, you are perfectly welcome to.
Well, how about this? Well,
I mean,
we only gain the one, right?
The rest of my Coke is in the van.
We only gain
you
the
only
one
regain the
willpower.
one.
So I think it's
But
probably...
you actually have to sleep. If you decide to, like, do a stakeout, you don't get the willpower.
Right, like, I'm not... What's everybody's willpower at currently?
I'm 4
I-
or 5.
I have no idea.
Look at your sheet. How many dots do you have?
I'm 4 or 5.
Willpower is on the right-hand column.
It's right
I know
under
you
health
spent at
and...
least 1 inheritance, so you should have 5, I think.
Oh, so he has
Wait,
5.
where is it?
Uh,
There it is.
Yeah, right-hand column.
You have 6 total, and
But-
you've spent 1.
Yeah, so I've spent 1.
And you
No,
have...
I have 5 and I spent 1, so I have 4.
Oh. Okay.
No?
Okay. No, that's fine. If you only have 5
Okay.
and you spent
Oh,
1,
okay.
we'll all be back at 5 tomorrow.
Okay.
I don't know. It's up to you guys. How about high we stake out, low we rest, and we'll roll a d20.
Okay. I'm cool with that.
Einbrecht, you good with that?
Me.
Yeah, I'm down.
I'm good with
Alright.
player plans.
Low we stake out, so
Oh,
Okay.
At the base of the tower, I guess we all decide to go do some blow in Ayrton's van and stake out the tower for the rest of the night.
You guys want to do illicit substances to get really awake before you go deal with mind-bending horrors? More power to you.
That's a joke, obviously, but no. I say Ayrton actually, essentially lives in the parking lot. So
Yeah.
his van's not out of place. It's not going to set off any alarms if lights are off and, it's in the parking lot. You can position it in a situation. You can observe out of the windows what's the tower. And he can see if Small Kick, before we try and investigate into him, can see whether or not something's going on that we haven't cleaned. So, we to make it realistic, I say we go on, one off, and take turns taking naps and seeing what. That
So
way we're
I
not
pass out from drinking too much.
Right, we're not like completely dead in the morning. We get a couple hours of shut eye apiece, as long as nothing happens. Yeah, that's what we'll do.
Okay.
We'll stake out in the van and point it toward the watchtower, back of it toward the watchtower, so kind of keep the tinted windows in the back.
Okay.
Okay.
So hours pass. For those of you who are police or police adjacent, a stakeout's a stakeout. For those of us who are music teachers, this really sucks because it's not like you can just run the radio.
Well, he passed out immediately as we got in it in the afternoon. Is there a perception type check that can happen? Okay.
Certainly.
So
Absolutely.
Should we take turns rolling a perception check over the course of time for the night to see?
Sure.
I do need to go get some water, so
each roll is about an hour and a half.
Okay. Einbrecht, you and I are on first watch, so I guess you and I will.
Look, there's 3 of you, so let's break it up into 3 rolls, 1 each representing 3 watches.
Okay. All right. I'll take first then. Our roll.
Perception.
What now?
Wits composure.
Composure?
Wits composure. That is
5.
always perception. Yeah, unless you're doing what's called skill-based perception, which is where you supplant the composure component with a skill that is appropriate. For you, you probably want the perception check.
I don't see anything on my sheet. Anything more than composure.
Yeah.
So I'll go with
Okay.
1 success, nothing blowing up.
Okay. So the early part of the evening is as one would expect. Life on a college campus, especially a private preppy college, or private preppy high school rather, is very quickly very mundane.
Right.
It could almost be like nothing happened this morning.
as much as I expected it.
Yeah.
Einbrecht, we probably can't kick Ayrton back away at this point, so you've got second watch.
No.
I'm gonna take a nap.
I'm out.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a nap, and then we'll both get up and violently shake him. Watch. I guess it's on.
For instance, because we were just talking about it, Einbrecht, if you decide to use skill-based perception rather than regular perception, you can do wits plus investigation with your specs because you're staking out a crime scene.
Yeah. All right, so I'll have 6 dice.
Yeah. 7 dice.
Oh, right. Yeah. Because of my
and you get 9 again.
Terrible roll.
Wow. Success.
Terrible roll.
The night stretches onward. It's getting on towards midnight. At this time of year, it gets cold and it gets dark. So people who would normally be wandering the quad have eschewed it. People who would normally be interested in late night library visits, due to what happened this morning, aren't here. The night librarians have taken over, but it's not the open, friendly place it was. In fact, the clock tower is the oldest part of the school. Probably, to the best of your memory, it was actually a decommissioned church, right?
Hey,
So
hey.
in this bright new, fancy new age school, you have this old, probably 19th century American Gothic building.
Oh dear. That bodes ill.
Well, it's time to
Someone
kick
that's
Ayrton
played
awake.
World of Darkness before,
And-
that bodes ill.
I'm gonna-
Sir.
Time to kick Ayrton awake, and I'm going to a privilege of saying that because I know how alcohol works. He's groggy and has a headache, but he's no longer intoxicated. Apparently slept 7 hours.
And I have massive morning wood.
Sure.
Yes, all 3 inches of it.
4.5. Thank you very much.
Problem,
It's
people-
like a fucking.
Personality
We're not
being
take-
woken up in
We're
a
not
condition
taking
for
it all the
want
way back to
addiction.
the spleen, Ayrton.
God damn it.
Anyway, it's Ayrton's watch,
Okay.
so your perception check would be best perception.
I have no idea. I'm looking at the fucking sheet and I don't see perception anywhere.
Perception is the sum of your wits and composure.
What about the where is it? Eye for the strange. Does that have anything to do with anything?
That gives you a bonus to recognizing occult shit, which is the thing. If you wanted to do a wits plus occult, and then use eye for the strange, you would actually be rolling 6 dice plus 2. You'd be rolling 8 bones.
Okay. I want to do that because I think some weird shit's going up because these fucking globalists
And
their
this is
Bohemian
this
Grove
is the right
skull
time
and
frame.
bones.
This is the right time frame to kind of keep an eye out.
Yeah, this is the darker part of night. This is closer to when things were going down by research. So if something's going to go down, this is going to be it.
So it's 8 D10.
It's
Yeah.
8d10.
Okay.
2 more.
Oh, and I see 3 successes already, and 2 of those are 10s.
Okay.
Very
what does
nice.
that mean? What
That
do I
means
do
roll
next?
2 more.
Yeah, roll
Okay.
2d10.
If I can fucking type. Jesus fuck.
What you get for drinking Johnny Walker Red? 3 successes.
Hey, go fuck yourself.
What do you think I've been doing all night?
So that's 3 successes. So, yes. At about 3:30, okay, you see a light of some sort appear in the clock tower's belfry.
Okay. So I draw.
it is-
So I
it-
draw a dick on Church's forehead and
Sure.
then I smack him awake.
I will hit you with my baton. And by that I mean my penis. My mechanical
It is not a
penis.
mundane light. It is a scintillating magenta, sort of a purple pink light. Which is why you notice it. It is like, wow, that's not a flashlight. That's not a firelight. That's not a candle light. What the fuck is that?
Coming from the
Wake
clock, coming from the bell tower?
In the belfry.
Okay. This is where you wake us up, asshole.
Oh, sorry. So I draw a cock on Church's forehead, and I smack him awake, and I throw some ice water on Einbrecht and say, like, wake up, you fuckers! And then, okay, there's some weird shit going on over there.
Well, you know what we do at this point, boys. Let's go. Let's go!
You guys do your
Let's
best
go.
A-team charge out of the car. You run across the grassy quad, and you approach the building. And as you get closer to the building, you hear what you would describe as a low moaning, kind of like wind moving through a metal tube. If you've heard that before.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
not
been
a
on a construction
not a
site
whistle,
Yeah.
but not a howl either.
Yeah.
before. Yeah.
Uh,
It's almost like a. Ayrton, have you ever? Yes, that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Stand by.
I'm gonna
I'm just saying yes.
I'm gonna check out the door before we just charge in.
And you see the reflection of the penis I drew on your forehead.
Yes,
In the
and
polished aluminum doors.
I put it in the back of my head that I'm gonna hit you with my. That's investigation, so that's 2 off top plus what?
Let me look at your feet real quick. I was looking up a thing. You said you were rolling investigation, so it's wits investigation.
The 4.
Yeah.
And I'll throw another willpower at it, so that'll give me 7.
Go magic hands.
So that's
There's 3.
3.
One of them explodes.
Oh no, it's 3.
All right. So you look in through the glass before you just go charging in. You see one of the assistant librarians heading up the stairs. You don't see any of the other staff readily apparent. The aide isn't moving right. They're kind of walking up like they're sleepwalking,
Okay.
or like they're somehow being compelled. It's one step at a time.
All right. So as a measly security guard, I open the door. I look at Einbrecht. I said, "Get her the fuck out of here." And then,
All right.
that's. But you can put hands on me. I ain't trying to catch a charge. So, I want him to grab her and put her outside, and then close the door, lock it behind her. And then I guess we'll all go Belfry.
These handrails make excellent spots to do coke off of.
So much. You know what? Give him the detriment now. Let's just. I'm the one that's supposed to be an addict here, and I haven't indulged all day because of you.
Meanwhile, Ayrton's vicariously getting high through his character.
No, Ayrton's vicariously getting high through his scotch.
True.
I miss alcohol.
Oh no.
It's like, oh look, the GM has rolled dice for the first time all night. Everything has gone wrong.
And he rolled good dice. Oh God, no! Stop it! Okay, all right. So the GM has an epic success, guys. How do you feel about this? This was a great game. I look forward to rolling new characters next time.
I need you guys to roll Resolve Composure, which is your willpower, to resist a compulsion, and you need 5 successes.
We need to roll
resist
what
the
composure?
Resolve Composure.
Okay, so
You can spend a willpower to add +2 to your resistance roll.
it's 5.
What does that mean? Do I do anything?
You
Oh!
all have to roll.
Do I blow up dice as well?
Dice continue to explode.
Huh?
Wait,
So
Wait,
I believe
hold on. Do I roll for that 10?
yes.
Okay.
Tends to continue to explode. I believe you all have 5 willpower.
Okay. Well, I have
So-
I have 3 left.
so do I? So
Yeah.
do I do anything?
Yeah,
Yes.
you roll 5 dice.
yeah, you
You
roll.
can spend a willpower to add +2.
So 5d10.
Yeah.
Okay, but I'm hasty. So what if I want to use another willpower? Can I do that?
If you want to live out your vice, you don't roll to resist. You just go with it. But you get a willpower for it.
Okay, so I can do like 6d10.
No. If you use
No.
your vice, what you're saying is, I don't want to roll to resist, I just want to go with it. But you get a willpower for going with it.
Okay, so what do I type in thing?
Nothing.
If you're gonna roll to resist, you roll 5 dice by going exclamation point or 5d10.
Okay.
If you're not gonna resist because you want to be hasty, you just let it happen, man.
Which is what you would do on cocaine.
I'll do the 5d10.
Okay.
I'll be a team player.
Yeah, you should have just gone with it.
If you're gonna resist, you can go with it. You're also hasty.
Yep, I'm just gonna go with it.
Sweet.
Hold
Okay.
on. No, he's saying go with it and typing in the dice.
No, I'm just gonna go with the impulse because yeah.
Oh, okay. Never mind. So I have 3 successes.
We all failed.
You guys all charge in, and you were gonna do something. You were gonna do the right thing.
So we suck.
Right.
Is what you said.
But
Y'all do.
you were all distracted. You're all distracted when you look into the open area of the library, right? You discover there's a party going on.
Hey,
And when I say party, I mean a deeply intimate party.
Oh, it's an orgy.
Well, I mean, it's not like 1 million people, right?
but everyone's naked.
But it is solidly the matter of like, Arjun, you look at the librarian behind the front desk. You've made eyes at her before. She looks at you. There's a connection,
Fuck.
right?
Yeah.
And she just, she just makes an unquestionable gesture of "come get it."
Okay.
Okay, and you're
so-
like, you know what? Okay.
So do I roll to hit that?
No, you just hit that.
Oh, okay.
That's the thing. You guys were all going to do something, and then you're like, you know what? Maybe we get lead first.
Even me, I had 3 successes.
You needed 5.
Oh,
That's
Yeah.
the thing. You were resisting. You were like, guys, come on, guys. And then you're like, but
can I
Maybe
persuade
not.
them with my nightstick?
one of them's like, ooh, you have handcuffs.
Oh no! Oh no!
Like, hey, you brought a stun gun. Now it's a party.
Hey,
You
I'm
brought hardware.
gonna crack my virtue, I guess.
Okay.
It would be if you were not being supernaturally compulsed.
Oh,
Okay. What I can give you though is after a appropriate amount of time, you will regain control of yourselves and realize something is very, very wrong here.
I mean, I kind of knew that from the get-go. I don't think we needed to roll for that.
Yeah. And I'm gonna ask you.
I might need to roll for that.
You
I'm
definitely
gonna
do.
say it's about. I'm gonna say it's about 15 minutes because the effects can't continue to focus fire on you constantly. It's doing other things.
Right.
So basically, long enough for people to get wet, and then realize, what the fuck am I doing?
All right, so I threaten Ayrton with my nightstick and pull him off the woman, even though he's completely useless.
Hey,
He's done. He was done 5 minutes ago.
5.
As you menace Ayrton with the nightstick, the librarian wraps an arm around his leg and is like, hit him. And is looking at you longingly.
No.
Like she's into it.
Please
Yeah.
stop
Don't
it.
threaten me with a good time.
Right.
Please stop it.
People who want to make a wits occult are free to do so.
I have nothing in a cult, so I
have 3.
Ooh.
What does that mean?
Wait a minute. In this situation, you said one of them grabbed me, right? It's a female, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
No, it's male.
Well, that's even better. Can it be male?
A dude could certainly be very interested in what you're doing. You're
Uh,
basically a cop. You could be a village people.
I have this brawl and resolve stat that I'd love to roll.
You think you want to roll strength plus brawl to grapple a fucker to the ground.
Yes, and get them. Yes, that's exactly what I want to do. So that's 7d10, right?
No, give me a moment. This gets even funnier because you have a fighting style.
Yes,
You have grappling.
Yes.
That thing you're good at. You're like, no. So, you can make a standing throw. You can do a joint lock manipulation, or you can do an action called an ippon.
I'd like to do a standing
Okay.
throw into the general area of the party goer to see if I can snap other people out of it.
So, you know how to toss someone over your hip, trip, or sweep while keeping your footing. You can inflict the knockdown tilt as a grappling maneuver, but if you remain standing, your opponent automatically breaks free. So it doesn't affect your roll. You're just throwing some bitch to the ground.
Okay.
So you roll the standard strength plus brawl with your spec and grappling for 7 dice. You just toss a motherfucker. Bitch.
Okay, so 2 successes.
Each of the successes is a bashing damage you inflict, plus 1 for the Archangel system. So you just dealt this dude 3 bashing. I've been talking about the idea of damage and what that means. I want to describe what this looks like so you understand the scale here.
Okay.
1 bashing is like I bash my fucking knee. It's a bruise. It hurts.
Yeah.
Okay. 2 bashing is I'm limping a little bit after this. 3 bashing, you threw him so hard it's like he got hit by a baseball bat.
Yes.
Okay, this dude hurts now. 4 or 5 bashing, which could almost kill someone, is like a full body fall down the stairs.
Right.
Okay. 6 and 7 bashing is I face planted so hard I might have broke something.
Okay.
Okay. But bashing is still superficial damage in the sense that you can take bruises all day and not die.
Right.
Okay. Lethal damage is any bashing that rolls over, bashing that's enough that it becomes lethal to you. Or anything that involves a weapon, like a knife, or brass knuckles, or a sword. Anything that could potentially remove limbs, perforate flesh, bullets, lethal damage.
But did my antic
I
snap?
got some that can perforate flesh.
Did my antic snap Ayrton and Einbrecht out of their degeneracy?
No.
It did draw their attention. The important part is for people who make the occult check, you might be able to piece together something from other people's reactions because
Right.
the librarian.
I have no occult, so I just had to throw something.
The thing is, you just did an act of violence on someone, and the response is not the response you expect.
Right.
The response is more of a "hurt me, daddy" kind of response.
And I pull out my nightstick. No, go ahead and do your occult stuff, guys.
I don't have. No, I'm a normie. I don't have any occult, so you're a little there.
Wait, no, come up with something fun then.
I have 3 occult. What can I do with that?
You can roll a wits occult to piece together what's going on, and your spec in breath stealing actually applies here.
Okay, so what do I type in the thing?
You put a exclamation point R.
Yeah.
And then you, I believe it's gonna be 70-10?
70?
No, 7D10.
Yeah,
Oh,
7D10. Okay. 7-10 sided dice. Silly me.
Okay.
And you got 2 successes. Yeah. Good job.
Does his 9 blow up because of the occult?
His 9s do not blow up. He's not that professionally trained.
Okay.
So you realize very suddenly, like a splash of cold water, because you totally lose your erection, that you know what this effect is like. Because you do this to people. This is like an emotional manipulation. These people are compelled to be horny to make them pliant. Somebody just gave you a supernatural roofie.
Can we continue?
Kind of like that.
Can we continue going up the belfry at this point?
No, I want to see who gets sexually assaulted more by Katie.
No, you don't. Fine, do what you want to do. I want you to have fun too. Even if it's at the cost of me having fun, I will be hitting you with my nightstick once we're done with this, by the way.
You got a stun gun. You can just aim for his groin.
No, I want to aim for something I can actually find.
Oh, poor.
So your Norrie is still apparently, though he could roll to resist again. This is your opportunity to resist him. He's firmly still in this because Einbrecht has claimed so. He can just go with it all night. What does Team Supernatural want to do?
Yeah, what do you want to do, Ayrton?
I kind of just want to watch.
Yeah, I'm not going to let you do that.
He's a cock!
There's literally a giant, you literally called us out of the van so that we could investigate the giant glow. We understand that whatever's happening has caused an orgy and apparently somewhat connected to death. I'm not going to let you see.
Hey, Church.
Yeah.
Give me your perception check.
That's what, 5?
Yeah, it's your resolve composure. Or your wits composure, rather.
Yeah, it's 5.
So...
while Ayrton is busy laughing himself to death. Roll that 10.
Wait, can I use my willpower stealing ability to drain the dude from sexually assaulting Church?
Yeah.
And make him
You can totally use your psychic vampirism on these people.
What was that?
You can totally use your psychic vampirism on these people.
Okay.
These people are ideal targets.
Okay, then I'll use my my vampirism on these
Before
people
you do that, I got 2 successes.
Okay. Describe what you see in a moment. Ayrton, roll int plus occult plus psychic vampirism, the actual dots in the merit.
Okay.
Plus your spec for breath stealing.
Oh wait, no, my grappling I didn't. So I should have rolled 3 more dice on that grappling. That would have been even funnier.
Okay.
So 4?
No.
Plus occult. Your occult is 3. Your int is at least 2. Right? No, your int is 3. So you're actually rolling 10 dice for this.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I missed the one part. Okay.
Int plus occult plus breath stealer plus your spec.
Okay. So 10d10.
Yep, 10d10.
All right.
Roll to 3 more.
Ooh, nice.
Roll 3 more.
Okay. Oops. Okay.
All right, so that's 5.
You may recall how I referred to the idea that the realization you had been psychically roofied was like a cold splash of water, right?
Okay.
Well, draining someone's willpower in this way has the exact opposite effect. You're back into it, because
Fuck yeah.
because nothing feels better than having stolen life running through your veins. This guy was getting up to attempt to recuddle on Church, and you basically looked at him with your best come hither stare, and he fell flat on his fucking face as you sucked the very energy out of him. How much energy, you might say? Well, every 2 successes is 1 ephemera, so you've sucked 2 essence out of him, right?
Okay.
But every success.
I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like the verb sucked.
Here's the thing: every success, okay, is a bashing. Okay, so you just so this guy who just got hit by a baseball bat, right? Just took another baseball bat to the everything as you suck his energy from him. So he stands up, falls down, and when he falls down this time, he cracks his face and there's blood on the floor.
So I win.
Yeah.
Okay.
He is now in lethal damage. He is not having a good day. He's not getting up from bed either. You broke his nose and made blood squirt out in every direction.
Guys, I just want to point out, this isn't the bad we're supposed to be abusing.
For the librarians clap like they were impressed. As this happens, Church, you look down at your hands because you feel something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And connected to your fingertips, as if someone had been covered in epoxy, are bits of this guy's flesh.
Oh.
And that's when you look down at your leg and you realize there are bits of this guy's flesh. And that's when you look over at Einbrecht and Ayrton and realize if they do not separate themselves from this very quickly, there's going to be very little between Librarian and them.
Okay. Alright.
Roll a resolve composure check.
A what composure? A resolve composure?
You are experiencing a breaking point, sir.
That's 5d10.
Yes, but there'll be mods. Let's see. You are specifically. It is you're putting together that what has gone down still falls under needlessly killing a child.
Yes.
Okay. But in the broader sense, this is a. I gotta find the actual section of book because I'm using the PDF. My hardcover is behind a wall of boxes.
Right, I understand.
I want to say you are observing a non-violent supernatural occurrence, and a pretty vile one at that. So I'm gonna say it's a -3 year pool. So you have 3 dice when all is said and done.
That's a fail, good buddy.
Okay. You have the option at this time for a free XP to make any dramatic failure. You can suffer the worst possible result as you see this.
I mean, that's the meme, right? Let's do it.
Okay, cool. So you must decide, are you broken, in a fugue state, or madness?
I'm definitely going madness, because I'm pissed off.
Okay. I mean, yeah, no, this is the fun. We're getting into the fun bits. So, your character saw or did something that jarred her loose from reality. This isn't mental illness born of brain chemistry. That, at least, might be treatable. This madness is the product of supernatural tampering or witnessing something that humanity was never meant to comprehend. The storyteller has a pool of dice equal to 10 minus the character's integrity. So I have 3 dice. Once per chapter, the storyteller can apply these dice as negative modifiers to any mental or social roll you make. It is resolved when you fail a roll because of this condition. If you regain a dot of integrity, lose another dot of integrity, or achieve an exceptional success on a breaking point, you can shed this condition. So, by failing this, what happens is your integrity, that is currently 7, goes down by 1.
Okay.
Okay, you become more jaded and more of a damaged person.
I don't know that that's possible at this point. Playing this game with Aaron, I don't know why I invited him to do this.
And you are completely freaking out because the guy is still touching you.
And then I pull out my
I saved your ass.
Yeah, he's not touching you directly, but you can't get him off of you. He's touching you because you are literally watching coupling people in the middle of sexual congress
not by
merge
choice.
and become
I wanted
one.
to leave.
Yeah, no, they made you stay, and then you saw it, and you're watching these people basically merge into a big fleshy carpet of groaning. Fuck.
You know what? Einbrecht, do you want to do anything, or are you just going to stand by and watch us suffer?
I'm just gonna die over on my head.
All right. I want to actually do a true brawl roll at the mats, like at the glob, because I'm going a little crazy. I'm a little fucking crazy at this point. I've lost all sight of the objective. I have no interest in going up the shares.
It's not a full-on mass yet.
No, I understand.
what
I'm
we
trying
have
to keep
here-
it from being that because it's making me uncomfortable.
Well, here's how this goes. You already pulled Ergen free. He could technically reconvene if he wanted to.
He doesn't want to. I can already answer that question. He doesn't.
Einbrecht's just like, I'm gonna go with it. So technically, what we are talking about is if you don't act very quickly, Einbrecht and the librarian he's canoodling with are going to be one person.
Exactly. So that's what I'm going for. Is he not near the rest of the participants of this shit show? I'm just gonna brawl in their general direction is basically what I'm going for.
You can basically take an action to grab Einbrecht and
pull
toss
him away. Yes, pull him away.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I'll do. And because of my so the correct roll, I've already freed you. You're just standing there like egging it on. Right. So at this point, I've got 3
encounter. I would have to ask, what do you want to do, Erden?
Please play the game. Please play the goddamn game, Erden.
I'll let Church do his thing, and I might do something after.
Alright, cool. So make your roll. Einbrecht, normally I'd give you defense, but you're not really in a position to resist.
Yeah.
So he can grab you successfully. We're just the roll is actually to see if he can successfully pull you free.
Now let me ask you this, and I know that this is more of a house rule type thing, but because I'm not trying to actually hurt him, even though I'm a little bit fucking deranged at this point, my dex and my strength are the same. If I sub out my dex roll with a brawl grappling speciality, is that a thing that I can do?
We allow this to happen. However, I must offer a exchange for this. Okay.
Well, just give me the nitty gritty before I make the decision. That I'm trying to avoid hurting Einbrecht. Give me the pros and cons.
If you do this, I want to give you the embarrassing secret condition. Okay. Because the only way to do this without potentially hurting Einbrecht or the librarian would be to grab a hold of him, stand very, very close, and kind of like prying apart two pieces of frozen meat.
Yep.
You gotta get a hand in there,
Yep.
right in the middle,
I know.
and kind of leverage him out.
It's already an embarrassing secret. It's already an embarrassing secret to be friends with these people, including you at this point, Runeknight. But that's what 10d10 based on my sheet. It's 3 in dex,
sheet, but
3 in dex, 3 in grappling, and 3 in brawl, plus a box.
the 3 in grappling is maneuvers. It doesn't actually add dice. So,
okay.
what so it's strength brawl plus your spec in grappling.
What do you mean, my spec in grappling? It says ES grappling. That's 3.
Yeah, but you have a brawl spec.
Right.
In grappling.
Oh, okay. So it's 7 again.
Yeah, the fighting style is various maneuvers you can do. People can't do them without that merit.
In my Madden state, wait a minute. I've got my drugs. Can I do my drugs?
You mean your protocol drug?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do the protocol. That just means you won't become deprived. You're not going to be lacking for drugs at any point.
It doesn't give me anything.
Yeah, it doesn't boost you. It just prevents you from taking negatives for lacking the drug.
Okay, all right. Well, I haven't encountered that yet, so I'll save that. So I'll just go with the 7.
Okay.
I hate both of you guys. So that's 3 plus 4. 3.
I was looking at the wrong window. You rolled 2d10. Oh no, I see. You had explosions. Okay. Yeah. So, yes, you separate Einbrecht from the librarian. The librarian gives a disappointed sigh. But at the same time, has a smile like, "Oh, no. You dog, you're making me wait for it." I mean, you now are holding Einbrecht. Einbrecht, how do you feel about being held by a church?
It depends on whether I've snapped 2 from that or not.
You were in the middle of being engaged, and you didn't exactly notice your level of connectivity as it was developing. If you want to make a perception check to see if you notice now, you certainly can. But if you that could have an attendant breaking point for that ain't right.
Or what am I supposed to roll?
If you want to see if you were becoming
it's wits and
one with a librarian,
it's wits and composure for perception, right?
Yeah.
Composure.
So see, I'm learning. I'm actually saying these things so that I can remember them. Trying to learn.
Okay. I appreciate you are way more into this than I think you thought you were going to be.
No. I mean, I'm a D&D veteran. Like I've played D&D 2.5 for years.
I'm just saying you were making the argument. It's like once I'm out of alcohol, I'm done with this. It's like, no, I think you're into it.
I'm not out of alcohol yet.
Challenge accepted, sir.
I've half a bottle of red left.
Okay, so yeah, 3 successes. You become very aware of the fact that you almost became part of a librarian. There are, thankfully there aren't parts of you hanging under her or conversely. But as you look at her offered form, it's very shiny. It's very gelatinous. It's like an undulating, welcoming Jell-O mold.
Before Ayrton's allowed to do anything else, I'm going to intimidate the shit out of him. Because I want him to keep going up these fucking stairs and put an end to this so that we can be done with this. and figure out
Right.
the resolution of it, instead of him just trying to become part of the blob.
So that is a presence intimidation roll, which is 3 dice, unless you want to
Oh no,
add
that's going to be 6
willpower.
dice. That's going to be 6 dice. I'm taking a week off after this.
They do not pay you enough for this bullshit.
They are not. All right, 3. And I'm down to
If you
2
want to-
willpower, you pieces of shit.
If you want to resist, you need to roll your willpower and exceed 3 successes. Or you can just go with it and be like, you know, maybe I'm done.
What now? What do I have
For
to
now.
do?
Airden needs to roll to resist, or he just needs to accept that your intimidation is profound. Because you have that crazy look in your eye.
I'll just fucking accept it.
Okay. So you guys have shrugged off the emotional aura that was compelling people to get it on. The moaning, the strange howling noise is continuing, and it is stronger now. You do not see the librarian that was heading up the stairs. She's clearly much farther along.
No, we pulled her out and locked her out of the building.
You ran into the building to get her, were hit by the
Oh,
aura,
right,
and
okay.
then 15 minutes later woke up from a flesh pot.
Thanks, guys. There's another pile of salsa that I have to clean up next week when I come back to work. Fuck you guys.
Ooh. Didn't I say when this?
I have the
Too
worst
hasty
online friends, and I'm not even
character.
muting to tell them that.
We are terrible internet twins.
Anyway, let's keep going up the stairs,
Really
following
hard.
the corpse. The person that's going to be dead by the time we find them. Let's get up there.
As you charge up the stairs, the moaning gets louder. The pink light becomes more profound, and you can feel your awarenesses expanding. Because isn't that fun?
Ooh.
I'm not a fan of this.
You
My
you
noodle's getting
become
wet, and I don't like it.
so you become aware of a. It's like an outline to everything except yourselves. For some reason, human beings don't have one. The building itself has some dormant presence, like that says to you, "I am a building. I am old. I am wise. I am safe. I am strong." Right? The bell for the clock tower is like, I know that I keep the time. I am order. I am structure. I am comfort. I am reliable.
Ring my bell. Ring my bell.
As you get to the open steel door,
Yep.
which was clearly opened from the inside, not from without.
Ooh.
You feel the door
no.
saying, I am passage, I am access, I am security, I bar the way. All of these facets of what is door become known to you, as though the door were a sleeping but sapient being.
Sounds like my ex.
Right.
And then you see the impossible gateway torn into reality that cannot exist, like a crack through which this pink-purple light is pouring in and making all of these things visually available to you. And there's what you think is Small Kick, right? Trying to embrace this librarian aide who's just standing there kind of twitching and helpless. Small Kick sees you and is like, "No, we were going to be together forever. No!" And he's like going to grab her very quickly, and you think jump for the crack in reality.
I'm going to point at him and
Can
be like,
I-
I'm going to fuck you up.
No. can can I can I eat out the crack in reality?
No.
You can theoretically put your face in the crack in reality
Make
if
him
you want to
make
become
him-
part of the problem.
Make him re-roll his next character by himself.
More importantly, hi guys, this is an actual combat encounter, which means I need you to actually roll initiative.
Okay.
So you
What does
roll
that mean?
1d10 and you add your initiative mods to it.
Initiative. Where is that?
On your sheet in center column.
That's 15.
Okay, am I just drunk or retarded? I don't see initiative anywhere.
Retarded and drunk.
Oh, well, maybe. I'm kind of retarded.
Your
Initiative mod is
your
six.
initiative, yeah, your initiative mod is 5, McCartney. It's in the center column under merits in the same section where it has your speed, your size, and your defense.
Oh, okay. I see it. So you said initiative +1, so I roll 6.
You roll 1d10 and you add 5 to the result.
Okay.
You're an 8. Oh no, Runeknight rolled a 3.
Alright.
6, so I'm 11.
And then Ayrton, your turn.
Okay. So 11 or 12?
No, 11. You're right. You're 5.
No. Yeah.
Okay.
So Church, you're up first.
I'm still holding my nightstick, right?
You're holding your stun gun, whatever you want to be holding, you can certainly be holding.
All right. How far away am I from this fucker? Can I get to him with 11 speed?
That's my cock.
You can certainly run up to him, yes.
I'm gonna whack the dog shit out of him with the nightstick.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? No. I'm gonna grapple him away from the library. That's the smart move. So again, that's a 7.
His defense is 2, because he's just some punk.
Rolling 7d10 for grappling. I'm gonna try and just pull him away from the librarian aid and throw him towards my compadres. So that's 3, and then I roll 4. That's 4.
You pick up this kid, you fucking chuck him like a football.
Yes, that's what I attempted to do. Yes.
The aide continues to stand there, kind of blank. The second this kid hits the ground, he crumbles into a pile of dumb shit, and starts weeping. Not only because he just got his ass handed to him for 4 bashing, but because he starts like shivering and basically lamenting that he's alone. He feels so very alone now. He hates to be alone. It's really fucking creepy. And that brings us to his initiative. So you grabbed dumb shit. go. Use some of the worst stuff you can possibly imagine. Right. Okay.
Eldritch Blast!
So,
I wish you had Eldritch Blast.
Look, don't make me go get my wand of magic missile, goddamn.
Do anything?
When we're done, you're gonna wish you had a wand of magic missile to beat me with. So manipulate.
God.
There is no resistance, but it also doesn't damage you. But it is freaking horrifying.
Okay. If he's successful.
10 minutes per resistance.
He is successful at least twice.
You because these things happen almost simultaneously, each combat round being 3 seconds. You pick up the kid, you throw the kid, right?
Mm-hmm.
The kid hits the ground. The kid begins to weep. The kid is about how alone he is, right? You're still holding him.
Okay.
He's like fucking string cheese.
Oh, he doesn't
His
detach from it.
arms. Yeah, his arms are attached to your arms and have stretched the distance you fucking threw him.
Alright.
As though your flesh has become rubbery. This is not okay.
No.
This is not okay at all.
No, it is not.
But essentially, just as you grappled him, he has technically grappled you.
No, he hasn't. I'm still standing. And not crying. I'm just still
I
mad.
know. I know. So, which of you has the initiative mod of 6?
That would be me.
Well, I do too.
You're up.
Yeah, but you went
11.
first.
We have 2 11s, and of the 2, the Einbrecht goes first.
Okay.
Christmas. I'm gonna try to fucking smack the librarian back into reality. Just like lightly slap her. Not trying to do any serious damage.
I think what I'm gonna do. I don't know that that's the best action. There's literally a crying Mr. Fantastic attached to me.
Fair.
You have a stun gun.
Do I?
Yeah, look under weapons.
I know I have a sidearm.
Oh, you don't have a stun gun. You have a sidearm.
He has an actual gun.
Well, shoot the fucker.
Alright.
Why haven't you shot anybody yet?
I want a gun. Why does he get a gun?
He's a cop.
I have a gun?
Because I'm a cop.
Yeah. You're a music professor. You need a gun.
Yeah, you would definitely not have a gun as a music professor.
God damn it.
Of course, it's going to be an interesting explanation. When you have to explain why you discharged your firearm, it's like, because a kid turned into an evil Mr. Fantastic?
No one's gonna believe this shit. Fuck, what do I do?
You can shoot the kid who's attached to me and trying to, like, make people up.
Yeah, that's a valid point. Alright. I'll take aim at the kid. That's probably the best course of action.
Okay. It's not a breaking point for Church.
No, because he's not an innocent.
Exactly.
It's not needless. He's attached to me, and obviously something fucking freaky.
Alright.
Yeah.
Probably responsible for my first breaking
Okay.
point.
I roll my firearms, and what's the other stat?
Dex plus firearms.
Dex plus firearms?
Dex firearms.
So
With your
6.
spec for my sidearm. Which is a stun gun, actually.
Oh, it is a stun gun. Okay.
Yeah, under weapon attack, you have stun gun.
Okay.
So, you're still rolling 7 dice to stun gun people. That's 3 successes, and it's a fall for training, so those 9s explode.
Alright.
Professional training is really powerful.
Holy crap.
Keep going, that 10 explodes.
Oh, fuck's sake. Put an E
We'll
on
just
this
call
thing.
that a 10. Roll it again.
You could, but I wouldn't suggest it.
Three.
That 9 explodes, keep going. I'll
Yeah.
point out the
Oh,
bonus
that
successes.
explodes!
Jesus Christ.
So,
Motherfucker.
is Einbrecht just like steamrolling
Alright,
everything?
he's finally done. Let's just stun gun the guy for 5 billion damage, apparently.
Only gets 4 damage. But stun does something.
It's probably bad
can-
knowing
can
Runeknight.
Can I take Church's baton
No.
and beat the perp in the dick?
No.
I mean, you theoretically could.
What do I have to roll to do that?
Roll me not hitting you in the face with the nightstick. Also, you'd have to move close enough to me. What's your move? What's your speed?
I don't know where the fuck is speed on this.
It's in the same middle column as merits. It's at the bottom next to middle size speed.
Oh, my speed is 9.
Move as far as.
Okay.
I don't know if I had to move full 11 to get to it or not, but still on Einbrecht's turn. What does the stun gun do to me?
Just looking up what the stun gun did. Stunned is a tilt, so it does different things. There we go. Okay, so he loses his next action, and has half defense until he next acts, because he took he doesn't get it. It doubles for the purpose of stunning, because you have to do more damage than someone's size. You did that, but he still takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He takes 7 bashing. Okay. And considering that he was already you roll for so that somebody fall down and bleed option. However, Church, I need you to roll resolve stamina.
Resolve stamina?
Resolve stamina.
Two.
Okay, that 10 explodes.
2.
Okay. You don't fall down. You don't pass out. That motherfucker shocked you. You're attached to the kid. When the kid got zotted, you got zotted.
I'm okay with
Oh,
this.
dear.
He deserved it.
Yeah. Right.
Luckily, stun guns do no damage.
Yeah, no, just stun. Well, they do plural, which means just your successes in damage. The important point is that it doesn't double the damage. It only doubles the effect for the purposes of determining if you get stunned. But Erden,
Yeah.
I believe you wanted to do attempts to seize Church's nightstick for some unspeakable purpose.
I don't think you want to do that.
Do I not?
No.
I don't know. I kind of want to hit some dude in the nuts with a nightstick, though.
You know what? I'm gonna give you this one. As long as you promise to give it back, I'm gonna hand you that. I'm gonna toss the nightstick at you. Have you got roll dex and something else to see if you catch it?
Okay.
Dex athletics to catch things and to throw things.
So dexterity plus what?
Athletics.
Athletics. Where is that?
The top of the physical skills on the left-hand side. You have 2 athletics.
So
Okay. So
what's your dexterity? 4?
Okay. 2.
So he's rolling 4 dice.
Okay. Burn a willpower. Make it 7.
I've already used a couple willpower.
Yeah, but with all the cocaine and alcohol and this ordeal, we're taking a week off after this. So.
Okay. So if I use another willpower, what that makes it 7?
Yeah, 3 dice to the result.
How
Okay.
the fuck do we explain this one to corporates? What's going through my character?
Yeah, that's going to be fun.
We're not. We're gonna actually
Okay.
destroy the tapes. 3. Roll that 10 again.
Yep.
Okay.
Three.
Okay, 3 successes. Okay, so you grab the nightstick, and
Fuck yeah.
and you can now have the freedom if you want to wail on the kid on the ground, who's bleeding profusely. You can do so.
I do.
All right. Strength plus weaponry.
I really don't feel like the kid is at fault here. Maybe we should be destroying the machine. Or maybe you could just walk over and attempt to turn it off. Maybe that's a thing.
Oh, can I do that?
Already do know.
Okay, what if I go over and start like unplugging like wires and shit?
You don't know what the results will be, but we'll do something.
Okay, well, like what do I roll to do that?
Well, here's the thing. What we've discovered about the machine is there is a simple on-off mechanism. So that's typically what you want to start with.
Okay, I'll start with the switch.
Okay. Here's a.
Yeah, I'll flip the switch
before we
way.
kill a kid and leave me catatonic.
Dex. It is a Dex athletics to attempt to turn off that switch.
Okay.
Okay. This does require getting closer to the crack in reality.
All right.
Okay.
So
you still have to re-roll
4.
your character if you die.
Yeah, it's 4 dice.
Okay.
1 failed miserably.
Okay. No.
Wait, 1? Where did 1 come from?
No,
I'm so confused.
I'm being an asshole.
Everything 8 and above is a success. You did roll an 8.
Okay.
So, yeah, you spring over. As you near the crack in reality, you can hear sibilant alien voices, subtle, deft, inviting, and you turn the switch.
Hey
It's literally like turning on a light in a darkened room. Suddenly, there is no crack in reality. There is no expanded awareness. The belfry's a belfry. The bell is a bell. The machine is a machine. Everything is normal, except, of course, for the fact that Church is standing there, physically attached to a kid who is stretched out like a Stretch Armstrong that's had its corn syrup drained. Right? And now that there is no external effects making this pliant, you feel a lot more solid, Church, and that hurts.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm okay with this.
Yeah.
Sure.
It hurts. The kid is hurt. You can feel the kid is hurt because he's bleeding out as you're bleeding out. You're not sharing awareness, thankfully, but you're sharing discomfort.
I'm used to that. I'm an underpaid security guard.
Don't pay enough for this.
Fuck
This
do
is
we
not
help
part of
the
your.
kid? How the fuck do we help the kid at this point? Like,
It's my turn again, right?
It's not a combat. The kid can't resist you. He's lying on the ground in pain, weeping about being alone, through broken teeth and smashed face. The crack in reality is gone. You turned off the device. It seems like everything is fine now. As fine as it can possibly be.
Seems like. But the kid's still stuck to me.
The kid is still stuck to you, and now it feels a lot more solid. Like you are solidly a piece of each other now.
Oh. God damn it.
Like you can feel his finger bones.
I hate everything. I hate everything. I'm gonna turn the machine back on. Oh God, I hope this isn't permanent. I really hope this isn't permanent. I'm gonna. He's still missing his next combat action. Turn the machine back on.
What? So, you guys can see Church approaching and like reaching out to turn the machine on. Does anyone try to stop him?
No, I'm gonna shove that nightstick up his ass.
No, you're not. You go last.
Yes, I am.
wait. I asked what you're doing first. Like, what's your goal? What are you trying to do?
He's physically
different combats.
He's physically fused with me. I can't live like this. I have to have several parts replaced already. Let's see if I can pull him out of me.
All right.
I mean, my goal is to not turn on the fucking machine.
I should have just thrown him in the void and then turned the machine off. Plus a couple of robotic arms on top of everything else. But anyway.
Wait, me or the kid?
Are you seriously going to attempt to stop me to turning the machine on?
I mean, there was like a...
There's a person fused to me, Ayrton.
But there's a vaginal rift in space and time when you turn it on.
Okay. There's a person fused inside of me, Ayrton. I don't really feel like you get a choice in this.
What if... What if we take you to the company to have him surgically removed from you?
You're gonna pay for it? On your fucking salary? With your drug habits?
No, but Einbrecht will. He has that nice pension.
Oh God, how the hell am I gonna afford this shit?
You have a cop pension. You're good.
Well, we're also trying to keep the kid from dying as well, and I'm pretty sure having a Stretch Armstrong arms.
Oh, we are?
Look, I will throw out for those who have had enhancements done to them, you just call EduTech.
And they just fix it? Like there's a warranty?
No.
Wait, we're trying to save the kid, though?
I mean, I am. I have morals.
Yeah, I don't see why we should kill the kid. That's why I used a stun gun instead of punching him to death.
I didn't expressly kill the kid, but
You're gonna bash his fucking head in.
I was gonna bash his nuts in. Thank you very much.
That's so much better.
Yeah, he wouldn't die.
Regardless of what happens, I'm gonna attempt to turn the machine back on. See where we go.
Fucker.
You guys turn the machine on. First, nothing happens.
Ha!
Then, slowly but surely, you hear that wind through a metal tube sound again. And it slowly grows louder and louder, and as it does, again, flesh becomes mutable. Form becomes suggestion. Thought and idea become, or rather, the idea of things becomes more solid than the reality as you begin to have expanded awareness. Again,
We'll reroll initiative.
Wait. Can I roll to finger bang the
No.
anomaly to free Church from his binding?
You can. Fuck it. Go ahead.
you want to put your lips in the hole. You are
Yes.
Give me my nightstick
Yes.
back first. I'm taking my nightstick back. Alright, let's just put that on the record.
All right, what do I fucking roll?
You don't. If you want to put your hand in the gaping maw, you totally can.
Yeah. I want to finger bang the fucking anomaly to split Church from the kid.
Wait, your playing hand or your offhand? That's important.
My playing hand.
Fine, go ahead, go for it.
All right.
Again, tell me what do I type into here to see if it works or not?
He's going to finger bang the vagina rip to try to save reality.
I feel like Runeknight designed this so we'd all be dead at the end of the first campaign.
I didn't expect anyone to be ridiculous. So
have you not met us?
Aaron puts his arm in the crack in reality and just disappears. You are still to the kid,
What?
though flesh is mutable.
Wait.
Einbrecht is still standing there.
No, you're gone.
I'm
Mute
gone?
yourself.
No. You put your arm in the hole, and nothing happens. You're still standing there.
Well,
can I move?
Everything is kind of purple, pinkish light now, but you're here, and nothing happens. You're still standing there next to the on machine.
Can I move my arms in the opposite direction of the kid to see if his arms will just fall out of me?
Make a check to pull yourself free from another person. That's not gonna fuck with me at all.
Ha!
I mean, I have no idea what's happening right now, Runeknight. You're gonna have to forgive me.
I know. I'm just gonna. This actually will harm the kid. You are aware of this, but you can do it. You can, try to gently rip yourself free.
No, I wasn't trying to rip myself. I was wondering if it was just kind of like because I threw him violently. If I moved easily away, maybe it would just ease off of him.
I mean, that is theoretically so, but I'm just saying, you guys got your Play-Doh mixed together. It's not even.
Okay. I got it. I have the solution.
Nope. You fucked this up enough. Your arm in the hole didn't work. So it's my turn.
Hold on. Okay, fine, go.
Technically, it's Einbrecht's turn to suggest something ridiculous, but I actually have an idea. I'm gonna
You're not actual combat rounds right now. The kid can't combat you at this juncture.
No, I
I'm the
understand.
normie in the group. My character's fucking losing his mind at the moment.
Can he
Like,
speak? Can the kid speak?
I mean, if you want to sit him up and try to talk, yes.
I obviously can't because I'm attached to his arms 11 moves away. What I'd like to know is, can he speak?
And like kind of moving.
I want to pull out the Batman voice and ask him, how do I fix this, goddammit? I don't get paid enough for this shit.
How do you fix this?
Really not making a great impression on me wanting to play this game again. Fucking joined to another human being. What kind of fucked up shit is that?
Welcome to the world of darkness.
Oh, yeah. This is a mortal game. If you want to have actual agents be supernatural.
Anyway, I want to pull out the Batman voice and ask, how do we fix this?
Okay.
I'm guessing that would be intimidation of some sort.
Getting your presence intimidation on the kid, but I mean, he's not apt to resist you. You've beaten the shit out of him and threatened his life. He's pretty convinced.
and I'm gonna take a leak off of the
Now,
clock tower.
Take a leak into the fucking void. I don't give a shit.
Oh God.
I feel like we should...
There is no void.
Oh, okay.
Clear.
Oh,
Aridin, where you are, there is no hole for you to put your arm through.
Oh, okay.
The hole where the guys are.
Yeah, Batman voice, intimidation.
Yeah. Right.
So do I roll that, or?
Right. Like I said, you can't really intimidate him more. The pain of being beaten and his fear of being alone are such that he is eminently influenceable. All he can say is, "I have to take you."
Yeah, it's not gonna work.
And he kind of tries to gesture at the hole. Inferring he can't help you on this side.
All right, then let's go. I take and I will pick up this child, and you know what? I'm gonna go for it. Had my drugs today. Been up all night. Let's just go in this fucking hole. So let's do that.
Can I give you my solution yet?
No.
I think it'll work.
No, I'm going in the hole with the boy. You stay. You just piss in the hole behind me, okay? You've caused enough problems.
You could have put Aaron in the timeout box.
I mean, that's what I do every show. This is par for the course.
Do you at least want to hear my plan first?
Go for it.
Okay, I'm going to finger pick Stairway to Heaven inside the void, hoping that the void will ejaculate you out of the kid. It's my plan.
I'm gonna say that's not gonna work. You're not in an empty void.
Okay, in the rip in space time, whatever the fuck it is. And the weird thing, my arm's still stuck in.
Except it's not.
While Ayrton is being an idiot, I'm gonna pick up the kid and just walk through the hole.
Because the kid failed his role. He seems to be trying to do something with his very limited hand motion. Trying to make a Mobius strip out of his own flesh while muttering in an unspeakable language, and you're just like, fuck that noise. You pick him up, you carry him in.
Yes.
And boom! You and the kid are now on the other side. So you see Ayrton suddenly. You can see Einbrecht, but you don't see any gaping space vagina.
Right, because we're inside of it.
Right, and you are in some other realm.
Right.
Okay.
Perception
can I be
check.
picking Stairway to Heaven?
Composure plus what? Wits?
Wits composure.
Perception check.
Yep.
What else do I see?
Well, let me see your results here. Okay, re-roll that 10.
I'm doing it. 3.
Okay, so, in the purplish, pinkish other realm, first and foremost, the full moon has come out, and it seems to be very close. It is bright at night out here.
Okay.
As if to say, Mother is watching.
Yes.
And as you look
Can
out...
I say I have a nagging feeling?
I mean, you're allowed to say whatever.
Okay.
But, as you look out over the campus... As you look out over the campus from the bell tower, which seems to be much taller in this place, you see the campus, and you see no humans on it. It's almost like it's abandoned, but you are aware of the meaning of all these places, as if again they are sleeping beings, right?
Okay.
Buildings of knowledge, places of wisdom, places of pain, places of pleasure. It's like everything has a animistic resonance, and it's all living, and it's all around you, and you were never aware of it the entire time. And
And
then,
then I realized I dropped a tab of acid into the coffee maker this morning.
oh, this is 100% like taking acid. You've done this before. It feels the same. That is when you see something you had not expected to see before, right?
Okay.
Look down and you see the hippie, right?
I see the what?
And the hippie van,
Okay.
Airden's hippie van.
Yeah.
And Airden's hippie van is not his hippie van, even though it's his hippie van.
What is it?
I mean, it looks like a van. It
Whoa,
looks like a
dude,
van, and
that's
it's shaped like a
deep,
van,
man.
and it's everything you'd expect a van to be, right?
Okay.
Except the painting on the side, the epic 1970s, rocking out Led Zeppelin cover style paint job on the side, is a moving painting. Like it's constantly in travel.
So we're
Right.
in Harry Potter's universe now.
The words on the side say party van,
Hmm.
right? And the little disco thing is still spinning and giving off light. And you're like, the headlights are like glowing eyes. The grill is like a grinning mouth. It's sort of like the expression on the van is something akin to "I'ma get laid tonight."
Right? Okay.
Fuck yeah.
It's almost as though the ambient energy from Airden's indulgences has given the van life. That a van, that's like the essence of the van made manifest. His van is.
That's why the
alive.
library with an orgy.
Wait, so-
that's why the library with
so-
an
so
orgy
the
spot
van-
because he's banging librarians.
So the van has a boner?
It might. You can't see inside it. You're not sure what the stick shift is doing.
Oh, okay.
In the same vein of I don't get paid enough for this shit. I really want to know what's happening. Kid detaching himself from me. Happy.
So let's see if he can do it again, because he failed the last one. So this kid again is like talking weirdness, okay, and as he does, a feeling of separation comes over you. Not physical separation, like feel the idea of being separate.
Right.
Right? One person, which is what you currently are, becomes two people, and you've never actually been more alone and other than someone than you've been at this exact moment.
Obviously, never
Okay.
eaten ramen in my bachelor pad.
I'm
No.
saying, it feels like a pair of invisible hands reached in and just sort of pushed the two of you apart. And
Is there a way I can use my part of my psychic abilities to help like pull them consciously apart?
you're kind of psychic. You don't have telekinesis.
Right, but I'm a psychic, so I could get inside their head and pull their two
You're-
consciousnesses apart.
You're not
right?
a clairvoyant.
Ah, damn it.
You're a psychic vampire. You do psychic vampirism.
Can
That being
probably
said, for
drain
people
some
that are
of the loneliness off of us.
that
I
being
could.
said, because of the environment you are in, there is a stark black aura, like a void, around
Okay.
Airden. It's kind of cold to the touch. Anybody who wants to touch it, and he looks
I don't
I
want
feel
to.
personally
extremely
attacked.
decayed.
I don't want to touch anything else ever again.
You mean because everything might want to touch you too?
I hate all of you.
Touch my void, church. Touch it.
I will. With my wand of magic missile.
Touch.
Uh,
touch my
Airden
void,
looks-
daddy.
Airden, in fact, looks extremely decayed, like he is long dead, or maybe 40-ish years older than he claims to be.
So he can
Nice.
actually use his abilities here. And he needs to get
Oh no,
button.
he can totally use his abilities here. He just can't do the things he wants to do to help you.
God damn it.
I'm at a standstill. I got no fucking.
What's Einbrecht doing? Did he get pulled
I'm
into
on the
the
other side.
transdimensional
You
vagina
watched-
like the rest of us?
He's
You
a-
watched
he's
everyone go
abandoned
into the. You watched them go into the space vagina, and they haven't come out. You know, but I mean, the glowing light says, come on in, join us.
Alright, fuck me in the goat ass.
You don't want to stay out here and maybe the line in case something goes horribly awry?
No, we're gonna help these losers apparently because they haven't come out
Help me.
yet. So, and
Help
that's
me,
Okay.
help me. Do what they say. Do
Okay,
what they
sure.
say.
So you're gonna jump into the giant space vagina.
And I think that's probably going to be the stopping point. Like, +10.
If we decide to pick this up again, that is an excellent cliffhanger. Is to have Airden enter the spirit world, and you are now in another realm of existence.
Einbrecht, you mean, but yes.
Yeah, Bertie.
So they're
yeah,
already
they
in
normally
here.
jump through the portal.
I hate all of you.
Yeah, I'm in there. I'm in there deep.
Oh, Ayrton.
It's going to be my only goal to leave you here. Done. That's all I'm saying.
We just
I
can
mean-
do this, have some interesting things they have to generate, some weird stuff's gonna
I
go
feel-
down.
I feel like I'm being punished by Runeknight for inviting Air game.
I mean, I gave you fair warning. My plan tonight was to get drunk and annoy everybody. So
That's your plan every time we're on a show together.
I'm not responsible for your bad decisions on any scale. I just get to play with them. So if you want to get drunk and jerk off during game, that's okay. I will.
No,
you will deal with consequences.
it's not November. I'm not allowed to jerk off.
Yeah, bullshit. You failed that shit 4 days ago.
No,
And
I
5 days
had
ago,
sex-
and 6
sex like
days
2
ago.
days. I banged some chick like 2 or 3 days ago.
That means you
That's-
failed.
That's okay.
No, it's not.
I checked with Novel Bro. No.
Novel
no,
Bro
I
is
checked
not
with
the
Novel Bro. He said
aficionado.
It's okay if somebody else is involved.
No, it's not.
Novel
No,
Bro
I-
would fail No Nut November in 2 seconds if he had access to an Asian waifu.
That's correct.
Joking aside, because of course we can joke about this shit all day. For people that have not played the World of Darkness before,
I honestly don't
shit's
even
whack
think that,
isn't appropriate.
I honestly don't even think this is a real game. I feel like this is just Runeknight taking the piss and fucking with us.
Actual game. I have written down the mechanics. I can show them to you after the Chronicle. If you don't want to ever do this again, I'll tell you what this is now.
No, it's basically me not understanding how this shit's supposed to work. And
Yeah,
being
it's
a dumbass
Ayrton
and
having-
just coming up with ideas.
It's Ayrton having never
Well-
played a tabletop RPG.
Well-
Fucking the whole system. for
Well, see,
everybody.
part of it is that in the World of Darkness, unlike D&D, you can play a normal. You can just be a dude, right? So if your player is like, I don't know shit about role-playing games, and I don't know shit about this world, and you play someone that's like, I don't know what this shit is or how this shit works, you're doing fine.
Then why'd you make my character like?
Because you asked to be a psychic
someone who's
vampire
integral to?
for the lulls.
Well, I mean,
So he's gonna have some
I know,
lulls with you.
that's true.
Have you never met a DM
Here's
before?
the thing. Here's the thing.
No.
Each of you has a necessary component to your overall success. One of you is a physical combatant. One of you is a intellectual investigator, and one of you is a social manipulator with some
yeah.
interesting cheese. You guys all actually work together quite well when you're working together. If you choose to interfere with each other, that's just game.
Well, I think you're being a little on the nose with you guys choosing to interfere with each other, as opposed to Ayrton deciding to be a fucking asshole.
And in a more traditional role playing game like D&D, you tend to start from the base that everybody's working together, that you're all in an adventuring party, that you all have shared goals. You don't have to have shared goals in this.
Right.
If one of you decided, no, I'm just going to go with the flesh orgy and merge with the librarian, more power to you.
I'll
Right,
merge
like
with that
I
librarian
think
any
you'll
day.
I think you'll all notice that the first thing I did was try to assemble the party.
Right.
And the first thing I did was a line of coke.
And the second thing that I did was try to relegate what everyone's part should be and figure out, okay, I know what I'm good at, and that's being big and menacing and looking at people and saying, I will fuck you up.
Having a party organizer is not bad. People should actually try to complete their goals. You're doing fine.
No, I know. I'm aware.
But I mean, now that we've brought game to a close, I just want to point out the name of the chronicle was The New Flesh. Some new action.
No, I saw that, and I actually
Wait,
did a little bit of
what was
recon,
that?
and I understand that I have fallen right into a trap because you fucked me. You fucked me when you built my character sheet because my specialty is grappling and not punching. Because if my specialty was punching, it would just be my fist merged with his head. And that wouldn't be so bad.
For people who enjoy the holiday season and want to, maybe watch a last-minute horror film, I advise you to go dig up Videodrome by Cronenberg, where they throw around the term "the new flesh," and then consider how incredibly literal that can get.
Yeah. But anyway, that brings our session to.
Brings an end to this meeting of the Midnight Society.
Oh, we're definitely gonna have to do some fun shit with card games and whatnot too. I would say.
Absolutely. I believe I can no longer refuse. I am on tap when Church decides he wants to run DC Deck Builder.
Can I just say I have no idea how we ended up inside like a space vagina.
Well, the question is, did you have fun doing?
Yeah. Oh, I had fun doing it. I just have no idea how we got here. Church is merged with some dude.
Yeah. Well,
And some like weird like.
It wasn't by choice. I was literally just trying to
vi-
keep him from killing someone else. That was my initial. Because I just went with my gut instinct.
Some weird like Vietnamese like ladyboy shit. He's merged with him. I don't know what Einbrecht's doing, and somehow we're inside some interdimensional fucking clockwork elf.
Look, I don't want to say too much just in case we decide to revisit this. But at the Chronicles end, I will absolutely everything that went on that you guys didn't catch on to.
Oh no,
that's part of the fun.
We will definitely be revisiting this. Yeah, we'll definitely be back here. I hate you all, but
I'm gonna know how it ends.
Okay, well in that case then, anyone who suffered a breaking point tonight gets 1 XP. Everybody gets 5 XP base because I'm not a bitch.
I had 2 breaking
Then you get 2 XP on top of the 5 base.
Okay.
Do I have to put anything on the sheet? Does that mean something?
I would probably
yes.
write down.
We're gonna skip B.
5 XP.
Yeah, we're gonna skip beats entirely, and just where it
Where
says
do I put that?
experiences, where it says experiences in the center column, right? You put 5 plus your number of breaking points.
Since you didn't have any.
Suppose technically, and I suppose
okay.
technically I should give everybody +1 for putting up a it.
Oh, so I have 8 then. Okay.
Wait. He gets an extra one for putting up with my shit. That's fucking bullshit.
I've been putting up with your
You
shit
get
for
1
2
for putting
years
up with
now.
my bullshit.
Right, it's putting up with the Runeknight bullshit.
No.
I get 2 extra.
What am I putting plus?
You get +6.
Plus 5. What?
Einbrecht gets +6. I get +8 because I broke twice, and I'm still currently broken.
Yeah.
And I only have 2
we
willpower
damaged
left.
some brains tonight. Yeah, and you're in an extra dimensional space.
Looking at horny van.
What a wonderful time to be alive.
I don't get paid enough for this shit. In fact, you'll be receiving my invoice via mail. But seriously, no. This was a lot of fun. I actually enjoy this a lot more than D. I can wreck a D faster.
You also have, specifically you, Church, because you opted to take the dramatic fail, you do in fact have a beat. You have 1/5 of an XP.
Oh, okay. So 8 1/5. I'm better than all of you people.
Yeah.
I still don't know what's going on. I'm just making shit up as I go.
Right, so before you guys disperse,
Okay.
or what have you,
we're just going to get off air.
I'm going to directly cut. Right, but I just want to throw this out there for people who are watching.
Okay.
Since they're all looking at the D&D roll. That's the experience point chart. Let me clean that up a bit. That is what you can spend your experiences to do.
Okay.
So you can increase attributes, you can acquire merits or skills, you can get specialties, and you can buy integrity.
Can we do this before the encounter ends?
You can do this before next session.
Okay.
Because
that's
as it stands, you're not in a combat. Yeah, you're not in a combat. You are in another realm of existence, but you've all experienced things. The only thing that I would say, as you are figuring out what you want to get, is you probably want to stay away from merits that have a social component, because you can't, for instance, get more money for your job if you haven't gotten back to your job.
And putting in for vacation.
But like,
after this.
right. But like anybody who doesn't have a cult that wants to pick up a dot of a cult, you've got plenty of excuses to do so.
All right, we're gonna have to talk off air about this because I
absolutely.
don't understand any of this.
Sure.
Anyway, get us out of here, Rune.
Oh, Runeknight.
Well,
what the fuck?
Neat. Well, much humor's been had, but this is a story of the Chronicles of Darkness. This is the nature of a darker world, more intimately strange and horrifying than our own, with other realms of existence and entities and motivations, and sometimes even the most innocent people, the ones that we would pity, can become villains in their own right, as much as victims. Other than that, this has been the gospel. Introducing you, bringing you the Chronicles, and hopefully we'll do this again sometime. Assuming Church doesn't take me out back and beat me with a lead pipe.
He's
Wand
gonna
of
do
magic
that to me.
missile.
What are you talking about?
No,
it's a baseball bat called the lobotomizer.
No, I actually had a really good time. In any event, ladies and gentlemen, comics. Special shout out to Darb Comics, Spelling Bandito. Greg for Captain Weed for fucking my game up.
There's a note from me for J.K. Summers.
Oh, and J.K. Summers for joining us for the first time.
Yeah, if we maybe if we have room for more people, we will add in a couple of more victims later.
I like how you use victims.
Oh, you got to understand, Arton, and this is the best part to end on. I'm not going to kill you guys. If you die, the suffering ends.
Right.
Ooh.
Right. Like, I'm literally contemplating
Good
on how I
point.
can commit suicide inside the tunnel.
I mean, I was thinking about OD
Oh, no,
on heroin.
sir, this
inside
is
the
Chronicles
game.
of Darkness. Dying isn't an escape.
God damn it.
All right.
Well,
Until then.
well,
Until next time, ladies and gentlemen.
This was fucking fun. I love annoying the shit out of all of you guys. But anyways, good night, everybody.
Having a church.
We are done.